good, beer is good, beer is good. And soft, beer is good, beer is good, beer is good. Let's go drink some beer.
When it's warm, it tastes real crappy, but cold beer will make me happy. When I throw up on the floor, I can go and drink some more. They say beer will make me dumb. It are so good with pizza. Now that we have drunk some beer, let's go drive a car.
Beer is good, beer is good, beer is good. And soft, beer is good, beer is good, beer is good.
Let's go drink some beer.
Dude, I think you had enough.
Let's go drink some beer.
I am drunk, drunk as me. I am drunk. Whee! I am drunk, drunk as me. I am drunk. Whee! I am drunk, drunk as me. I am.
The delegates have been
I
done.
like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. I drink beer when I am sad, cause the beer it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer.
Beer is good, beer is good, beer is good. And soft, beer is good, beer is good, beer is good.
Let's go drink some beer. When it's warm, it tastes real crappy, but cold beer will make me happy. When I throw up on the floor, I can go and drink some more. They say beer will make me dumb. It are so good with pizza. Now that we have drunk some beer, let's go drive a car.
Beer is good, beer is good, beer is good. And soft, beer is good, beer is good, beer is good.
Let's go drink some beer.
Dude, I think you had enough.
What's going on, my brewskis?
What's up?
Welcome back to another episode of BeerBros TV, the talk show, live stream podcast where we pretty much BS about everything pop culture, whatever the fuck we want to talk about, while drinking some cold ones. Supremacy's got a quick announcement. What you got on the books today, baby?
Today's episode, we got special guest ShibbsTheZombie right here. Say what's up, Shibbs.
Hey. What's up, everybody?
And if chat could give us feedback real quick, how's his audio? Is he too loud or is he too low? Just want to make sure.
Make sure you guys can hear him okay.
Yeah, because I know Prime was a little loud. He's a little low. Okay. Let me.
Low? I'll be lower if you want.
Yeah.
How low can you go?
I can go this low. Oh, that didn't work. Ah! That's as low as I can go.
Dude, if you would have flipped back, I would have lost it right there, man. Oh, yeah.
All right, how's his audio now?
Give us a beatbox real quick, man.
This is a beatbox. This is me. Look at me beatboxing. Yippee. I don't know how to beatbox. I'm sorry.
Still low. Okay, hold on. Let me raise this.
Still low.
No, it's just our end because last time it's just everything's messing up. Audio's just messed up like right beforehand. Shibby.
What's up? You want me to talk
How's
some
he
more?
now?
What?
Yeah, talk some more.
That's even better on my end.
Yeah.
That's even
Oh, it's
on
better.
my
Oh,
end. Is
better.
that
Everybody is.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alrighty, let's
Alright,
go.
shibbies.
So yeah, we got Shibbs in the house and everything. Now because he is this special guest, Shibbs, tell us a little bit about you.
I was born in 1988 in the month of August. Let's see. I was introduced to video games when I was 3 years old. My mom and dad, before they got a divorce, gave me a Sega Genesis at 3 years old, and my first game was Sonic the Hedgehog, and I've been gaming ever since. I do love movies. I'm a movie buff. I claim to have seen it all, but honestly, I haven't. So there's still. I actually have a Letterboxd account which lets me inventory all the movies that I've seen over my lifetime, and right now I'm getting close to about 2,000 movies. I know that there's people out there that have seen way more, and I know I've seen way more. I can't remember them all, but I love movies. I love pop culture. I love entertainment. I also do artwork. I'm a graphic designer. I do illustration. And at the current moment in time, I am the assistant manager of a cannabis company. And and I do have a little bit of knowledge in the cannabis industry. And today we're going to drink beer.
That's right, baby. What you drinking? What you sucking on right there? What you got?
So I actually have two today. I have this Victory Golden Monkey. It's pretty good, pretty smooth. 9.5% alcohol. And
is that local to you?
I don't know. Is the Victory brand a local brand? I don't know. All I know is that I can only get this at like a Bevmo or Total Wine.
Okay.
So yeah, if you go there, Victory Golden Monkey, really smooth. It'll get you pretty drunk. And I'm also drinking a Newcastle. And the fun fact about Newcastle, I've been actually kind of craving it. And this is only 4.7% alcohol, but I'll go to like a restaurant or a bar and nobody carries Newcastle anymore like they used to. It's really weird. So now I can only find Total Wine or Newcastle at Total Wine or Bevmo. So I don't know what the deal is.
Is it just Newcastle Brown Ale?
Yeah, just the standard brown ale. That's my favorite one.
That's still pretty popular out here. I've been to a few restaurants that they have it on tap, but like you said, it's not. It's 1 out of 10 restaurants may have it.
Yeah,
but,
it's
a good beer.
it's really strange that I honestly I bought it mostly so I can cook pulled pork sandwiches tonight.
Okay, and not to cut you off real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, go for it.
How does the mic sound for us? For me and Dom. Dom, say something?
What's going on, guys? Check 1, 2.
Is that still low? Wait for just some feedback real quick. So now there's delay.
We're too low.
You two are low. Interesting.
Low.
How about now?
Low.
How about now? Is that better?
How much lower than me? Yeah, I'm
It's
pretty low.
better.
Cool.
Okay, so something's just messing up on
Right.
the OBS side, but it's fine.
Well, I noticed on one of our streams, if you go
Damn
check
you,
out
OBS.
our past streams, Prime was really loud on the podcast.
Yeah.
I listened to the podcast, and Prime was like perfect volume, and we were in the background. So hopefully, I'll scoot in a little closer. We're sharing a mic, so I'll scoot in a little closer and try to speak a little louder.
And like I said, there was audio issues. So, like on our end, it shows peaking, but on your end, it sounds there's some audio issues happening. We'll get that fixed, but as long as you guys can hear us fine now,
We're still under a decibel, so we're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and as long as you guys can hear Shibby fine, we're all good.
Rock on.
All right.
So,
I also,
Shibbs,
I'm gonna open my beer with my Sailor Moon little bottle opener.
Oh, wait, hold on. Did you do the thing, though, before you opened it? And then you spin, and you call upon
Yes.
the moon goddess.
And I spin.
There he goes.
There you go. And a fucking cat will come out of nowhere and help you.
Well, moving
But,
forward.
Usually, Shibbs, you've seen the show long enough. I mean, like last week we were off. We took the week off because it was here in the States. It was Thanksgiving. We did reach some new followers out in Africa. We hit UK. We hit Canada. So that's awesome to kind of go international. To everybody else, it was Thursday. So happy Thursday for last day. But so yeah, we were off last week. We're back with a vengeance. We got a lot to talk about as always. We like to start off with some gaming. So I'm actually going to let Supremacy actually has some pretty good gaming news. I'll let you kick that off.
So some of it just quick stuff. Some of it will actually get a little more in depth about it. So just the other day, 50 years of Pong was the 50th anniversary.
50 years, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, 50
Jeez.
fucking years, man. Can you believe that?
Yeah, 50 years of
That's
Pong.
what started it.
Still
man.
not the oldest game though.
What's the oldest game?
I forgot I was gonna look it up, but they said that's not even the oldest video game. You know how much shit I've looked up?
I like how he goes, that's not the oldest game. What's the oldest
That's
game?
just what I read.
I don't know. It's
I don't
out
fucking
there. You
know.
gotta Google it.
We don't know about it.
I don't know.
Kick the can, sticks, whatever. Pick up sticks.
Tic-tac-toe.
So yeah, so 50 years of Pong. For those Fallout 76 coming out their season 11, which is actually going to be Nuka World. They're bringing back Nuka World.
Nuka-Cola?
Hey,
So if you guys play 76, you might want to get on that grind for those stuff. Big news for me, and I know Shibbs and Goat, but they're finally gonna come out. They already made the game. Is fucking Starship Trooper Extermination.
Rico's Red News! Yeah, fuck it. You got the Roughnecks, man. Now, did you sign up for early access?
They didn't have early access yet.
It's on there.
No, it's gonna be in early access. There's no beta or anything yet. They don't even have a Discord
I
yet.
thought there was a sign up on Steam. I saw something.
It's gonna be in early access.
I put it on my wish list.
Yeah.
I'm
My
gonna
only
wish
thing
list that
was,
too.
the only thing was, I was a little skeptical out of some of the scenes in the sneak peek trailer. Is I'm hoping to God it's not just a reskinned Alien Fire Team Elite,
No,
because I didn't
No,
like
it
that.
doesn't
It's
look
not.
like- no,
what
no,
we
no.
noticed is going to be more like tower defense, kind of how what Fortnite was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But it's a 12-player co-op.
I saw the
PvE.
12th player.
So
yeah.
it's going to be 12-player co-op, 4 squads. Basically, you're trying to survive the waves and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You got to build up your fortress, build up your resourcing, ammo,
Right.
and all this stuff. So it's going to be a lot of tactical. So that's what we're thinking. It's like a tower defense.
Are we still getting the tattoos, bro?
Fire Team
Fuck
Elite
yeah.
has a weird Back for Blood system too. Like they have the cards and things like
Yeah.
that, which I don't really
Yes.
like. And that Fire Team Elite, it's also a third-person shooter, so it's nice to see a first-person shooter that looks like that it's going to be a really good tower defense. Because I don't think there's really any good tower defense. I know that Fortnite was the one everybody was expecting at the time when they were first making it.
Oh,
To be
supposed to
like
be.
the-
They still
the-
have it. They just
yeah.
didn't put their time into it.
Right.
Oh, they still have it. Oh, well, then that shows how much I know.
If you
about
bought
Fortnite,
if you
but-
bought the actual game, it has the original game.
Yeah. The back when it was on a disc.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the my thing about Fireteam
Disc.
Elite though was it was basically a pure horde game. Like, I mean, I know Gears 5 had a horde mode,
Yeah.
but Fireteam Elite had that whole horde gameplay throughout the whole thing. It was just to me it was very repetitive.
Yeah, and the cool thing about Extermination is that they're actually going to have subclasses too.
Ooh.
So there's going to be like medics, assaults,
Oh, that makes sense.
stuff like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As long as they don't
Right.
muddy it up with like that extra stuff that is supposed to make the gameplay, I guess, easier,
Right.
like the Back for Blood and Fireteam Elite card systems.
Yeah.
If they just make it like your characters don't get any specialties outside of what their class is, and everything is based on tower defense skill, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, and there's very little info right now because they barely released like not even a 20-second teaser for it.
Yeah.
So again, I like what who's it? Hoon says, I'm going to get my head cut off by one of those flying bugs.
The flying bugs. Crystal did put that according to Google, the oldest game is Birdie the Brain back in 1950.
Okay.
Birdie
Never
the
heard of it.
Brain.
Birdie the Brain. Now I think before Pong, I think Pong was the first home system because it was a system that just played Pong before Atari put it on cartridge. I don't remember though. I don't remember what the first home system. I think it might have been Pong. Fuck, I don't
News
know.
for next week.
Yeah.
So Birdie the Brain.
Would you like to know more?
Would you like to know
was
more?
A tic-tac-toe machine where it put a human against a computer, which is pretty
Oh,
interesting.
okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Shit. I gotta find one of those for the collection. You guys want to play Birdie? You get Birdie? You coming over? We're gonna crack open some Newcastles. We're gonna play some Birdie. All right? I'm X's, motherfucker.
And another, at least for me, my last game news. I know Shibby's excited for this, but I kind of dropped his excitement for it too today. Portal, the makers of Portal, are coming out with Portal RTX. They basically
What's that?
revamped the game.
For NVIDIA RTX?
Yes,
Oh.
Yeah.
but for the new DLS 3,
So 40 series cards?
it's built for
Motherfuckers.
40 series, minimum 3060 at DLSS 2
Okay, that's good.
at 1080 by 30 frames.
1080 by 30?
No, 1080p at 30 frames.
That's the minimum.
That's the minimum. They're saying.
Okay.
And that's on the DLSS 2, but if
Right.
you have a 4080, then you can do 4K
Yeah.
with 60 frames.
Wow.
But the game is like a whole new game, like at least
They're
graphic
yeah,
wise,
they're
they
rebuilding it.
rebuilt it.
Speaking of rebuilds, the devs from CD Projekt Red did officially announce that the Witcher remake is going to be open world.
It has to be.
But they were skeptical on it.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's going to be open world. And then what else? There was I had some other gaming shit. I can't think of it though. But I know you had what was your other gaming shit?
That was pretty much all my gaming shit. I mean,
Oh!
for the most
I
part.
remember.
The other stuff ties into some other shit. that I wanna say.
Monster Hunter Rise, which was a smash hit on the Nintendo Switch, also available on PC. The PC blows the Switch away. I mean, you're taking the bottom of the line fucking console and
Isn't that
putting
on-
it up against
Isn't that on
PC.
console as well?
I don't know.
I think it's on Xbox.
Is it on Xbox?
so.
I do know that January, it's coming to Game Pass PC. So that's cool because that's a cool ass game. I have not pulled the trigger on it because I was like, I don't know if I want it. I don't know want. But on Game Pass PC, shit, I'm gonna grab it for free. Gungrave Gore was a game that I was looking forward to. Just came out. I was gonna get it on day one, and it was $60 on everything. $60 on Steam, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and then Xbox surprised us with a day of launch on Game Pass.
Okay.
And I just happened to go into my Game Pass PC, and there it was. And I was like, oh, that's a cool game. So if you guys like Devil May Cry meets kind of an arcade play, So picture if Devil May Cry had more of an arcade feel. We're like, blast these motherfuckers, and then next level, blast these motherfuckers. With a little bit of a story. Gungor Grave. Gungor Grave. Super fun. I'm really enjoying that. Cable Guy.
Cable Guy.
Evil West just came out.
Yep.
And I have not pulled the trigger on this yet. I don't know if I want it for Xbox or if I want it for PC yet. This game has been getting really good reviews. I heard it's repetitive, but I heard it's actually really good as far as graphics, gameplay, the techniques, everything in it. It's basically Red Dead Redemption meets Back for Blood.
Yeah, I see
I don't
something
know
like
how to explain it.
Yeah, I saw things on it.
Which game again?
Evil West.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to play that for a bit. I like it's a single player. I've been interested
player, yeah.
in that story. Yeah, it seems pretty interesting.
There's 2-player co-op campaign.
Oh, is there?
Yes, and it's it doesn't. As far as I know, it's not local co-op. So, like you could jump in with Supremacy, no problem. But the game is a campaign game. But
Evil East.
Yeah.
I'm only familiar with Evil East. Right? You got Evil West.
No, it's Evil West.
It's Evil West and Goody Two Shoes East. And that one didn't do so good. It didn't do so well. It didn't do so
And
hot.
Sloppy South.
And then,
Sloppy South.
and then in what, 10 days, 9 days, freaking I just had it up and I forgot already. What's that game everybody's looking forward to with like the talking guns and shit?
High on Life.
High on Life. That's
pre-downloaded, baby.
On live. Yeah, I think everybody has that pre-downloaded. I wonder if the game's
the
going to crash.
It might on day one. It might, yeah.
Yeah.
What else? We'll see.
I don't have any more gaming news. The only thing I have is gaming. I got a ton of movie news for you guys. And I
Did
know you
everybody
guys
see
too.
the fucking trailers that were dropped today?
Ton of trailers dropped?
Ton of
What
fucking
trailers?
trailers dropped today. Okay, and I'll go over some of them right now.
Okay.
So the new Transformers: Rise of the Beast came out.
Rise of the
Oh,
Beast.
no.
So that came out. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, came out. Most of the trailers more like him revisiting everything that he's been through. So a lot of the trailer shows the previous scenes from previous movies and stuff, and then a little bit of the new ones. So it's kind of more of a teaser.
Right.
They also did announce, they didn't come up with the trailer, but they announced Mandalorian Season 3 is finally coming out on March 1st.
March 1st, baby.
But the two trailers I want to talk about.
Crystal Tension.
So one, I'll bring that one up first since who brought it out. Yes, they finally came out with Indiana Jones.
Fucking that.
You call him Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones. No time for love, Dr. Jones.
So yes, Indiana Jones 5, which is called
The Crystal Dentures. No, Dial or something.
it's the Dial Dynasty.
Dial Dynasty.
So I actually before the trailer dropped, I actually was already bringing this topic up because it was something I read. So if you guys haven't seen the trailer, and they show a young Indiana Jones.
That's me.
Who's
I was
playing
reading
young
into
Indiana
it.
Jones.
I was reading how they have technology now where they bring young faces now.
Yeah, they did it
but
with
it's always,
Leia and shit.
But it's always people that had passed or something.
Right.
This time it's somebody that's actually alive. So I thought they were gonna maybe just like revisit past stuff and just put his face on it.
Yeah.
But now with the title, was it the Dial Dynasty? I think he's actually traveling through time.
Oh, fuck.
That's what I think how the
They're
movie's
putting
gonna be.
sci-fi on it.
Yeah.
Really quick, jumping on what Hoon said with the
Or Dial of Destiny.
Dial
whatever.
of Destiny, that's right. With the crystal dentures, all I thought about was fucking Indiana Jones. Kind of. You remember that scene in Beetlejuice when they're bringing Barb and Adam back, right? And he's like, "Beat him!" and his jaw falls off. Like,
yeah.
that's what I pictured. That's why I was dying laughing. He was like, we gotta go get the... And the fucking dentures just fall out on the table. You know what I'm saying? Because he's getting fucking old, man. Like, hang it up.
Yeah.
Fucking hang it up, dude.
I know he wanted to do this
I love Indiana Jones, though.
I think after this one, I think it's going to be the end.
He's got to be
He's
done.
done.
And I
He's
know
gonna-
it's
he's
his
either gonna-
favorite role.
Yeah.
He's gonna get.
That's why I said I
killed
think he
off,
wanted to do
or
one more
He's
and then
gonna
he's done.
pass the torch,
Right.
which that's what all movies are doing now is passing
Yeah.
the torch.
Yeah,
to
but here's
everybody.
the thing. Here's the thing, Shibbs, and maybe you've heard this too, because you've seen a lot of movies. Harrison Ford came out and said his favorite role was fucking Indiana Jones, and he's like, I want to do one
Yeah.
more, which was the Crystal Skull.
Yeah,
Stallone came out and said, hey, I want to do one more Rambo. All these people came out and said that, but that wasn't it, was it? No. We got like 3 more fucking Rambos, all right? We got like, now we got 3 more fucking, I understand money talks. Money talks. But like, when do you fucking hang it up, man?
I'm waiting for Rocky to come back and not freaking the
they
other
should.
ones.
They should make
You know?
a 4th Expendables movie, and put all of these old actors that are going into retirement, and just have them go at each other, kill each other off, in just one epic old person showdown. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that last laugh, but fucking Hoon. Best not kill Indy. If they do, it better be Kylo Ren.
If they Kylo Ren best do it.
Right? Revenge. Oh, man, that
Adam
would
Driver.
be
Adam Driver.
the sign-off of all time.
Emo's here.
Right. Emo!
About
But to top off on Indiana Jones, something else I read. Bethesda director has been pushing to make an Indiana Jones game.
I heard this. It's Bethesda though.
It's
See,
Beth-
I don't. I thought it was Blizzard.
No, Bethesda.
It's Bethesda.
Yeah.
Okay.
The director of Bethesda, now that he has basically built up that company, he has a good team, he's really pushing out to make an Indiana Jones game.
Like a
again.
good game.
A good game.
A good fucking game. Because I don't think I played the Indiana Jones game since like like 16-bit
NES.
days.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
16-bit days.
Yeah, so, but he wants to, and probably with the new movie coming out, he probably will push into it.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
I'm gonna
have
get.
you guys,
It's probably gonna be like Tomb Raider or something.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it's
This will be good, though. Make an Indiana Jones version Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Get some John Williams scores going on and shit. It'd be pretty. Yeah, it'd be dope. Have you guys watched or finished Wednesday?
I haven't even started.
I'm on the 4th episode.
We've been watching other stuff first.
All right, so you're halfway.
I'm
It's
about
8
halfway. Yeah.
Yeah, you're. What do you think so far? I just finished it yesterday.
I'll just say that the first episode was a little bit off-putting, just because I feel like
Was it
some of
Gomez?
the characters, some of the characters are out of character. I don't even mind like who's playing the characters. I think what's her name, Ortega. She's doing a really good job. She has that stoic, pale face Wednesday, and apparently she was being like mentored by Christina Ricci during the filming of it anyway. So obviously she's got the best source possible. I think she's doing fine. I just feel like as far as the writing goes, it's just a little bit out of character for the Gomez's, the way that they're treating Wednesday, and then Wednesday is a little bit out of character too. And I guess from what I
It's the
get so
modern
far
spin.
is it's a modern spin on like it's a modern goth spin on like Nancy Drew or something like that. Like it's
All right.
kind of
You
a
almost-
mystery
you almost-
type of show.
It is a very mystery show. The way I described it was gothic Harry Potter.
Dude, yeah, that's what I thought of too. I was like, they even
Yeah,
have like
it's-
houses and stuff like
They
vampires,
have houses
werewolves.
and clubs.
Yeah.
It's,
No
not gonna give-
spoilers.
I'm not going to give no spoilers. I know. I see that, especially since Supremacy hasn't seen any of it. You're halfway through it. I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I liked it. There's a lot of and on top of it, it broke Netflix's record of the most watch hours ever, beating out Stranger Things, which held the previous record.
Wow.
Which shocked me. I mean, it's
Insane.
Tim Burton. I love Tim Burton. And it has all those Tim Burton quirks, like nobody's allowed to blink, right? Like
Yeah.
every Tim Burton movie, nobody's allowed to fucking blink. It's always like fucking just all the Tim Burton shit you expect. even the score in the opening credit music, it's that Tim Burton, Danny Elfman style shit. Even though I don't think Danny Elfman had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it doesn't have Danny Elfman, which is kind of a shame. I was like, when you think Tim Burton, it should be synonymous, but whatever.
Right. But yeah, I mean, like But my only problem with the show is, and this is something I actually had a conversation with Spooky with, was I get that it's a little bit teeny bopper, and I get that it's bringing the Addams to a next generation. But you got to remember, too, okay, the original Addams Family in the black and white and the Addams Family movies from the 90s were always family-oriented, right?
Always.
So they're going to keep that.
Cartoons.
They're going to keep that. So with them having a little bit of teeny bopperness to it, I'm fine with it because that's what the Addams Family always was. My only beef with it was the casting, okay?
Oh, I know.
Jenna Ortega, I think she's a fine Wednesday.
Yeah.
She's fine. Gomez and Uncle Fester made me like kind of puke in my mouth a little bit. Like, really? This is who you got? You got unlimited fucking money. Fred Armisen's awesome. He's awesome. You're not fucking
him,
Uncle
by the way.
Fester, though. Did you really?
Yeah.
Where'd you meet him at? Let me hear this story.
I was at the Ace Hotel here in Palm Springs, and he actually comes out here often. He just happened to be at one of the DJ nights, and which is kind of funny because of
DJ?
Portlandia. But yeah, he was at a DJ night. He wasn't DJing. He was just at the bar, and I got to meet him. We just hung out, chilled, had a cigarette, had a beer. That was pretty much it. It was like a group of friends. It wasn't just me and him. But it was fun. He's a cool guy. Genuinely.
Yeah, he's a really good
But
drummer.
him as Uncle Fester, questionable.
Right.
And I honestly don't mind. I forget that actor's name that plays Gomez, but I think he's a fine Gomez. I feel like he is a little bit out of character. It kind of reminds me of the animated cartoon. That's who he looks like to me. He looks like
he's
the Gomez from the
animated Gomez.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Where like the original Gomez was what the fuck's that guy's name? The Riddler from the Batman show. The 1966 Batman show.
Oh,
I fuck's his name? It was the Riddler. And then fucking Hoon would know this.
Who knows everything?
Fucking Hoon
He's our Wikipedia.
The original the fucking Riddler from the 1966
or
Batman.
Spooky.
Also, Luis Gomez looks like the original comic. Okay. Okay. That's kind of, yeah. And then, shit. Who? God, I don't remember that.
Frank Gorshin is the Riddler.
Frank Gorshin. Okay, yeah, that's it.
Because
then it was, shit, it was, Mick from Rocky that took over the Riddler. What the hell's it? Burgess Meredith?
Couldn't think about it either.
Burgess Meredith was the other Riddler. The one you're a tomato wreck. You're a fucking tomato. Burgess, yeah. That was the other Riddler. But the he was
Luis
the Penguin.
Guzman is Gomez.
Yeah. Hey, yo, Mick. Yeah, that's right. He was the Penguin. That's right.
The Penguin was funny. I think my favorite character it was probably I love the way Cesar Romero played the Joker. I think the mustache Joker is hilarious. Mm-hmm. I like watching that. I like getting super stoned and watching that show. It's great. Yeah. I actually have the entire series on DVD, which is
you know why he had the mustache, right?
I don't know actually.
It was in his contract. He goes, I will not shave my mustache, and you will not make me shave my mustache. And he had to sign a contract. So they had this white painted mustache, and but he was awesome. He was awesome. I love.
He was a great Joker. Yeah. I forgot. You know what? You're right. I forgot about that part of history. Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Oh, I love
my favorite episode. By the way, not to go off topic, but my favorite episode is the.
What are you talking about? We always go off topic.
Batman has to deliver the bomb or whatever. He has to get rid of the bomb, and then that's the same episode where he fights the shark with the shark repellent spray.
That was the movie.
All time. That was the movie?
That was Batman 1966, the movie, where he comes out of the fucking the helicopter with the shark on his leg.
I thought it was the part of the show. Okay, so it was the movie. Okay. I
It
always
was
got
the movie,
confused by
yeah.
that
And he's
one.
punching the shit out of it.
Yeah, he,
And
like,
then
kicking and punching, he's
he
like,
goes in his belt, and he's got
the
bat
spray.
shark repellent just
Yes,
in
everything.
case, because you never know. He's got bat shark repellent.
The
He's like,
nuns,
oh, good thing I
yeah.
had this.
That shit was hilarious.
He has
that's
the
like the
Allstate
best.
insurance. Just covers everything.
He fucking had it. He fucking had it, man. But yeah, that was. Oh, those shows were great, man. Those
There's a
shows
couple
were
of
great.
movies.
Here's
that
a
I like
little
having-
thing for you.
Uh-huh.
It's because of that show. This little not trivia, but little like fucking stupid knowledge.
Fun fact.
It's because of 1966 Batman that the Munsters went off the air.
Oh,
It went
interesting.
on. It went on at the same time, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
think Munsters were like on season 2, right? It went on
Mm-hmm.
at the season at the same time. Nobody was watching the Munsters, so
Yeah.
they got canceled.
Damn, that sucks. I love the Munsters.
It put them on, and I love the Munsters too. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was like those. To be a kid in 1966 ago, man, we watched the Munsters of Batman. Batman was in fucking color,
Yeah.
so yeah. I mean, that would have probably been my choice too. But,
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, man.
yeah, I got a few more things, and then
yeah, go
Bullshit
What do you
everywhere
got?
else.
What do you got else? I got some movie shit for you too.
so before I get to my other things that I got in a little more in depth, Warner Brothers has a lot of interest, and they're pushing for it to make a Harry Potter TV series. Don't know what they're planning on the story, but they're planning a Harry Potter TV series.
Now let me ask you this, because I don't know anything about this. Is this going to be a CW show?
Fuck, who knows?
Because if it's a CW
there's there's no info. It's just that that's what they want to do next.
Okay. 'Cause
Mm.
one thing, my one thing with DC, when they make a CW show like Green Arrow and The Flash, it starts off awesome. I loved fucking Green Arrow for the first 3 seasons, then hated it. First, I hated it. Same thing with The Flash. The Flash starts off fucking strong.
Boy,
Garbage. Holy shit, does it turn to garbage? Right? They got like electric lightsabers and shit, like they're electricity lightsabers. Like fuck this. I'm like CW destroys their shows in I don't know, maybe like ratings go by and the fucking writer goes peace. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't
So
know.
Harry Potter is a Warner Brothers property. So I would assume that if it's going to come out, it's going to come out on something. As far as like live television goes, I don't know anything about live television anymore, or like just cable, whatever. But as far as streaming
knows, it
goes,
could
it should
probably
come
come out
to
streaming.
HBO Max.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that's what they were
Okay.
talking about was HBO.
Then
Because-
it'll hold some water.
Yeah.
It'll hold some water. Now somebody
Hopefully.
just took I don't know the guy's name. I think it's Jamie. Somebody just took over the DCU as far as directing goes, because
I
it
don't
was
know.
it was
Guardians
Zack
of the
Snyder.
Galaxy director. Guardians of the Galaxy director. What's his
Is
name?
it Jamie? Is it Jamie Gunn?
James
What the
Gunn.
hell's-
James Gunn.
James Gunn.
is taking
James
over
Gunn.
DC. Yeah.
Now, that could be interesting, but the thing is with DC is the fucking shit is so fucked up. There's contracts that say, hey, you got to keep like Henry Cavill as Superman, but we fucking dropped fucking
Ben Affleck,
well, yeah, Ben Affleck's gone, so
besides an Aquaman.
yeah, but there's stipulations to it, and like, what's his name? What's the robot's name? The black guy that's a robot. What the hell's his name? Power Man, not Power Man.
No,
Cyborg.
Cyborg,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. Yeah, Cyborg's gone. Fucking.
Dang.
There's like.
I will
oh my
say,
God.
I will say, giving Ben Affleck some credit, like he is definitely a fan of Batman comics for sure, and I just feel bad because I don't even think it was necessarily his acting as Batman that was terrible. I just think that what DC has been doing thus far is just terrible writing.
DC's
I don't
just terrible.
I don't find any of it interesting except for like the Batman stuff, and honestly, like Justice League and all those movies
Right.
that they were
Well-
absolute garbage. I watched all versions of it and they're garbage, dude. I just admit it, man. Like it's nothing compared to what Marvel's got going on. If they can find their own like rhythm and not try to be like Marvel, I think they'll be fine. I think James Gunn's going to be a decent person to have on the team. It's not just him; it's
I think
him
so,
and
too.
one other person. But the thing
Right.
is that like, what's the last great thing that came from DC? And that was,
Nothing.
in my
Wonder
opinion,
Woman.
I think it was the Suicide Squad movie, but not
Yeah,
not
but
the
they
first
rebooted
one, like
the
second one.
Suicide. Yeah, that's
Kinda,
my
sort
thing.
of.
Is
Kinda,
why would you
sort of.
reboot something so goddamn quick? I mean, I know they rebooted the
Because the
Incredible
first
Hulk
one was
3
kind
fucking
of
times.
garbage. We'll just be
Right,
honest.
that-
Even though
it was.
Suicide Squad was good, like it was still subpar compared to what the Suicide Squad was, and that was directed by
Right.
James Gunn, and that was a far better movie than the first one because I have the entire Suicide Squad series as far as like the New 52 goes, and then the old like 90s and 80s stuff.
Right.
They base the current Suicide Squad off of the New 52, and the way that the first Suicide Squad film went about it is like the relationship between the Joker and Harley Quinn was almost non-existent. I think the only similarity from the first movie was that the Joker was dead and gone, and Harley Quinn was mailed the skin of his face while she was in not Gotham Asylum, but what's that other prison called?
Arkham?
Arkham.
Or sorry, not Arkham. There's another prison. I forget what the other prison is called. There's like Arkham, which is for like the Joker and the big baddies.
Well,
That's
it's the
the
mentally
psychopath.
ill. Yeah.
That's psycho.
Yeah. So, yeah, honestly, it was one of the better DC films, but I think James Gunn took care of the characters that he was given, or he wrote in, I guess. And I think the people
Right.
that he chose for those specific characters were great. I think it was one of the best DC movies thus far, except for like Batman and stuff. Batman's great. But
Batman was
Suicide
good.
Squad's got some time. They
Right.
got some time to simmer.
And here's the thing I think with Suicide Squad is when it came out, you know, a lot of people I work with and some like friend acquaintances, they're not comic book savvy, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, who the fuck is the Suicide Squad? Nobody knows unless you read the books or seen the cartoons, right?
Yeah.
And I explained it very, very dumbed down, and then the movie came out and it didn't show everybody.
No.
Right? And I'm like, where's Killer Croc and all these other fucking people, right? And then with the reboot, it definitely helped.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my thing though, Shibbs, and Supremacy too. Answer me this: if DC could make a movie right now of anything, what do you think they should do? Right? This is hypothetical, just a dream list that you think they should do.
I got one.
What you
But
got? 'Cause I got one too.
I will be mad if they fuck it up.
Oh yeah, assuming it's perfect. Your perfect DC universe movie.
Red Hood.
Just the Red Hood, like the Red Hood coming back from the dead. Red
Yes,
Hood
the
origin
story, the origin story.
Origin story, very good one. Very
That's
good one.
my all-time favorite
here.
DC story.
Come here. I want to give him a hug because that's a good one. That's not mine, but that's a good
That's
one.
my favorite
Yeah.
story. It's right because I'm not a big Batman fan.
Right.
You know, I'm not a big Batman fan. I'm a Superman fan. But Batman, the Red Hood, the origin story where
Oh, Red
you know
Hood's
how
great.
Robin dies and fucking
Right.
he comes back as Red Hood is such a great story because
So let me ask you
not
this.
just that he becomes
Let me ask you this.
evil and they bring back Nightwing.
Jason Todd dies in Death in the Family series back
love
in
Death in the
1986.
Yeah.
God, it was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. It was
It's a good one
1986.
though.
Yeah, and you know how he died? The fans voted for him to die.
Yep.
They voted for him
Honestly,
to die, and then they voted to
that.
bring him back,
Yeah.
and that's how it came to be. But my all-time would be New 52 timeline, okay? Teen Titans.
Teen Titans would be good because
badass.
all it's been is
Right.
animated.
Right, yeah, because all we got was
no, not
animated.
the live-action Titans show.
Is there?
Nah, I don't know. I'm not counting that. I'm talking like badass.
Yeah, don't count that. I don't
stick
count
to
it either, but I'm saying it
stick
exists,
to
but-
the comic book, right? I want Nightwing there, but I want Nightwing in the red. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I want him in the red. That's what I would love to see. I would love to see.
Nightwing, Red Hood.
Yeah, Red
All
Hood for
them.
me. That's my all-time favorite story.
Oh, okay.
Have all the
Going
Robins
back
together.
to chat. Crystal put in there the originals was a great show. I liked the originals. All right, this is going back to like vampires on CW.
Yeah.
We got Robot Man, Cyborg, Shazam, Nirvana, Batman was good. Supermax is that Image Comics? Max from Image Comics? Is that what you're talking about?
Either that or the prison that Shibby was talking about.
Oh, is that the
They were talking
prison?
about the prison. No, but I don't think. Well, I'll look it
okay.
up. I'll look it up in the meantime. But yeah,
Blackest Night Green Lantern is fucking killer. That is killer. Is now, Hoon, correct me if I'm wrong, is that Jon Stewart or is that
no.
Hal Jordan? I don't know if that's Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart days.
real quick, the prison, which is not
quick
Arkham
enough.
Asylum, is called
Not
the
quick enough.
Belle Reve Prison.
Belle Reve. Wait, I don't know Belle
Belle
Reve.
Reve, yeah. Belle Reve is the prison where the villain sidekicks go, where they're still bad and they still get to go to prison, but it's not like Arkham
not a mental
Asylum
institute.
where everybody is. Yeah, it's more of a
Mentally
mental
insane.
institute more than anything. Yeah,
Right.
And
right.
yeah, Arkham Asylum is just where they keep the big guys at, like Killer
right.
Croc and
Yeah.
Joker and things. Yeah.
Right. Saga
Actually,
put
I don't
in
even
there,
think they keep Killer Croc there either. But yeah.
Saga put in there, I still have Death in the Family original print. I do too.
Nice.
I do too.
Dang,
And
I
it's
wish
so
I had it.
old. It's so old. Like if you would actually turn the pages in, I got it bagged, but it is so yellowed that if you turn the pages, it'll probably fucking crumble. Okay, who'd put it's everyone? So it's just all the lanterns. I get what the entire core. Okay, I might be thinking of something else then, Hoon. I might not be thinking of Blackest Night. I'm thinking of when the it was either the White Lanterns or the Black Lanterns, like kind of took over power.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of, and I thought it was called Blackest Night.
Who knows?
I think
I
that's
don't
what,
know. There's so
what you're
much-
talking
so
about
much
is correct.
comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many
there's a lot of
comics
stuff.
and different.
There's so much when it comes to the
Stories
fucking
and-
lanterns. Holy shit! There's a color for everything.
I honestly
color.
was.
Are you
super
mad? Are you
excited.
yellow?
No, it's.
I was
it's-
super excited
Yellow
for
Sphere.
It's the stones.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt to be Robin. I was actually really stoked about that. The
Right?
Rise of the Dark
Right?
Knight or Dark Knight Rises. I was so
Yeah.
stoked for that. But there's also rumors that Christian Bale said that if he was offered, he would be down to play Batman again. So I think
Here's my thing, Shibs, and I get a lot of hate for this. Okay,
yeah, you're
I
a
want
Christian
you-
Bale hater.
I don't like Christian Bale as Batman. I think he's one of the best Bruce Waynes we've ever had. One of the best. But as Batman, and here's a challenge.
Oh boy.
Go and just watch a clip. Watch 15 minutes. That's all I'm asking. 15 minutes of just Batman scenes.
Okay.
And you'll fucking hate them too. The villains made those movies.
Yeah, if it weren't for
The
the villains. Yeah.
That's
Ledger
what made those
was-
movies because
was a powerhouse.
I didn't like his suit. I didn't like the way his face was smashed in the fucking helmet. I didn't like the way he talked. I didn't like anything about his Batman. I thought he was an excellent Bruce Wayne though. When he was Bruce Wayne, he was fucking Bruce Wayne, right? Where to me, like Ben Affleck was kind of a joke as Bruce Wayne.
Tis Ben Affleck.
Yeah, but I actually like the way Ben Affleck looked in the suit. I thought he looked like fucking Batman. He was bulky. He was the first one to rock gray, and not all black.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He used a voice changer rather than talking like. I mean, like he looked the fucking part. Except it was fucking Ben Affleck. I mean, I think he was fine.
I love Ben Affleck. I just don't like him in superhero movies.
Yeah, Daredevil.
Daredevil sucked ass.
Fucking Batman. Okay, Wolf, what's up,
Batman was okay, but I just
Adam
it's the
West.
thing, it's just he has that
Adam
Daredevil
West was blue
baggage.
and gray, but he was sharp blue and gray.
It's just like what's his name?
He was like comic cartoon blue and
Deadpool?
gray.
Oh, Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. He had
Nailed
the Green
it.
Lantern baggage, but fucking that's gone
Right.
because it was excellent on Deadpool.
He wasn't a bad Hal Jordan. It was a bad movie. He's
Well-
perfect as Deadpool. He's
Yeah.
fucking perfect. Perfect. Kevin
Rest in peace, Kevin
Conroy is
Conroy.
the best Batman.
Rest in
Hands
peace.
fucking down. Rest in peace in the name of the Father, Son. Terry! Like, he was the best.
You know, honestly,
Batman Beyond.
I
movie.
didn't.
That's my
I
other
didn't even
choice.
mind Robert Pattinson as Batman, although I feel like he was a little. He was good, but I think he was just a little bit. I feel like the thing that they were trying to do with this new Batman movie was take it back to his detective roots, and I think that's
Yeah,
why
they're
a lot of
kinda
hate.
going
A lot
year
of
one.
hate. But because that's what Batman
Yeah.
originally was. He's a detective. He's
And-
not
and-
this like action hero. He's just there. Like he has to beat up people every now and again. But
And
I feel like that was good. I wish there.
I-
I don't know. I kind of wish there was someone else as Batman.
I
in
finally
that movie,
fully saw it, and I like that they went the Riddler route first
Yeah.
versus
though.
Joker.
I didn't like the Riddler
because
but-
Riddler never gets love, really, in these
Yeah.
last couple
And
decades. movies.
they made a dark ass Riddler.
And the darkness is nice and everything. I just wish there was a little more action to it.
Now, here's my thing with him, with Robert Pattinson, is I liked his Batman, but I thought he was the worst Bruce Wayne. Like, he
Yeah.
didn't know how to be Bruce Wayne. He didn't know
It was
how
like
to be
My
Playboy
Chemical
billionaire.
Romance, Bruce
Yeah.
Wayne.
Yeah, he didn't know how. Now I get it. Like Saga says, it was year 2. I said year 1, but yeah, he's correct. It is year 2. So I get that he's new to being the Batman, and it might be fucking with his head. So when he's Bruce Wayne, he doesn't know how to turn it off. But still, as an audience coming into it, not knowing that and not reading those comic books, I thought he was a horrible Bruce Wayne. Like, he didn't know what to
Yeah.
do. But he was. I liked his Batman, especially. I mean, like the choreographing was some of the
Yeah.
best.
Oh yeah.
Because I
It was
know it's
solid.
hard to move in that suit. It's hard to move in that suit. So they all
guess
had a hard time. Especially
From what I read, Robert Pattinson had kind of like how to say it, mentoring from Christian Bale just a little bit. He's like, make the suit movable. He's like, I had the worst time trying to pee in that suit. He's like, make sure they give you a pee flap, make sure they give you a poop flap, make sure your neck is
Right.
able to move around. So when they made his suit,
Right.
he was able to be a little bit more animated and
Mm-hmm.
you know, have a little bit of an easier time going to the
Now-
restroom because
Christian Bale was the first Batman to move his head. Because the cowl wasn't connected to the shoulders. Right?
That's
He
true,
was the
yeah.
first he was the first Batman to move his head. But yes,
Yeah.
did not have the mobility of Robert Pattinson. Now, if you go
Yeah.
back and you watch the 89 Keaton films, you
Uh-huh.
will see this the whole time because the cowl was connected to the shoulders. And like he's like, even when he looks up at the belfry, he goes like this. Right? I'm Batman.
Yeah.
Like, that's why he's pissed. Is he can't fucking move. He's like, I fucking designed the wrong suit. It's the wrong fucking suit. I'll fucking kill you. Like, he's like, but yes, I do understand that. Like, I did like some of the choreographed fighting scenes that Affleck did in Batman v Superman, especially when he's trying to get up to Martha Kent. That was the first time we saw Batman. I know that's what made them friends. Your mom's name's Martha. My mom's named Martha. And they go skipping in the fucking woods, and they're fucking friends. You know, all this other bullshit. But like, that was the first time I actually saw Batman fight in a film. Was Ben Affleck. They actually did some choreographing. I'm like, okay, cool, this is cool. Before they couldn't move, so it'd be a kick to the chest, a punch, kick to the chest, and that's all you got out of Batman.
Yeah.
But with Robert Pattinson, I said, man, he's kicking some fucking ass. This is playing the video game where you beat the shit out of him and leave him dead in the snow. Batman doesn't kill,
Yeah.
but he'll leave you bleeding in the snow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pee.
And go ahead, go peek at them and say some things. I know Spooky brought up, and that's what I'm actually going to explain. We just got all lost in the Batman talk. She brought up where's the cannabis beer? Okay, so like we talked about last episode, which was 2 weeks ago. So I said we're going to do a sub goal for this month. Right now, it's just this month. We'll see. We'll see how high we go. Maybe we'll still do it. But we mentioned it last week. We'll do a goal which we made a sub goal to right now have at 30. I could drop it maybe if we even get halfway there, but that could easily be achieved right away. But for right now, if we could get to 30 subs throughout this month of December, then we'll get the cannabis infused beer. I believe Shibby talked about it last episode, even though he wasn't on the podcast, but he was talking about it in chat. So if we can hit that goal, then we'll order some because we're going to have to special order it from there. So we did it as a goal. See if we can get that coming in. So that's why you see that bar at the bottom where it says Cannabis Infused Beer. Saga re-subbed this month. So he's the first one. So 29 more to go, at least for now. Do we get the weed beer? I mean, you can buy your own weed beer.
Drink along.
So
drink along.
So we hit that goal this month, then we'll do the Cannabis Infused Beer. Right now, I have it kind of high. I would say kind of high, at least for now, since we just still starting off. But that's how we're going to go. But moving forward, I actually have a few more things. Did you hear they're making a Bruce Lee biopic film? Okay.
With what's his name's son?
Hold on. Directing it is Bruce Lee's son,
Oh, okay. That's what it was.
Ang Lee.
Lee's dead.
And Ang Lee's son, Mason Lee, is going to play Bruce Lee.
Wow. So all three
All
generations.
3 generations.
3 generations. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, so
Bruce Lee curse.
Bruce Lee
Hopefully there's
biopic
Bruce Lee
film
curse.
Right.
directed by Bruce Lee's son and what's it called? Playing the actor is going to be his grandson.
Yeah.
So that's in the works.
I bet you the safety and security team on the set of that is going to be strenuous.
Probably.
Yeah. Checking every
'Cause if,
prop gun. Let me see that prop gun.
Brandon
Let me
Lee
see
died
that.
during the shooting of Crow. The Crow.
Yeah. Another thing is that 90s show, they finally dropped the trailer for it too.
Okay.
So it's basically the reboot of the 70s show, but in the 90s.
Yeah.
Now we kind of know what the story is. So the Foremans are back. The mom and dad.
Original cast?
Okay, hold on.
Original cast.
Mom and dad, the original cast.
Nice.
It's about the grandkids. So the Foreman's grandkids, which is Donna and Eric's kid, and their friends in the neighborhood.
Right.
They're going to be more of a special guest in the episode. So I think the original cast, I think everybody from the original cast besides grandparents are always going to be there. But the original cast, like Mila Kunis, Ashton Kutcher, all the original cast is going to be more of a special guest cast throughout episodes. But it's supposed to be Donna's and Eric's kid coming back for the summer to their grandparents' house in the original neighborhood.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'd watch that.
Yeah, so
I watch that.
so it's going back to the 90s. So that's
Is it a mini series or is it going to be a show?
I don't know yet. I think they're seeing how it's going to go first.
Yeah, because I think they already tried bringing back, like, what was it, that 80s show?
No, that wasn't. No, that was a whole separate thing. It will have nothing to do with the
That was
70s
something
show.
separate.
That was something separate that somebody else did called the 80s show. Had nothing to do with the 70s show.
And
I got
it flopped to hell.
Yeah.
It did. Yeah.
So finally, if you haven't seen the trailer, go check it out. Prime's here.
Brian, what's up, baby?
But yeah, so that the 90s show coming on. And then at least my last bit of news, and we're going to get a little more into it. And we talked about all the trailers that dropped today. The new Guardians of the Galaxy trailer dropped today as well.
Right.
Okay, Volume 3. Now, I saw something interesting earlier this week about Guardians of the Galaxy. And I don't know if you guys heard about it. But about their like movie posters. About the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume whatever.
Yeah.
So what the theory or conspiracy about it is, I'm going to bring up this image. So this is of Volume 1, Volume 2 posters, right?
Yeah.
So the theory is that on their posters on Guardians of the Galaxy, the letters that it says is who's going to die. So on Volume 1, what's the colors?
It's gold.
Gold, kind of brownish.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? What character do you think?
Groot.
Groot
Yeah.
died in the first one.
Okay.
and it was reborn as Little Groot in Volume 2.
Yeah, the little baby group.
So now Guardians Galaxy Volume 2 is blue and red. Who died in Volume 2?
Who died in 2? I forgot.
What's his name who raised the
Oh,
Mary Poppins, y'all?
Yondu. Yondu.
Oh, Yandu.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yondu
right.
died, yeah.
So
Mary
that's
Poppins, y'all.
Yeah. So that's the conspiracy that they're saying that's how it's gonna go.
Okay.
So now that they release Volume 3, this is their main poster. It's all white.
It's very Star Wars-ish.
Yeah, it's very Star Wars-ish. But on the trailer, they released that. So if the conspiracy or theory is true, who do you assume is going to possibly die in this one?
It's gold glowing.
Kind of. You can't really look at the gold glowing, just kind of the colors. So it's mostly the colors. I see mostly black in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Black and, a little bronzy color. Shit. I don't know.
Me, it's Rocket.
It might be
Rocket? Okay.
I'm thinking Rocket.
maybe. Honestly, going back to that other poster, since it's like more of like the white, because I know they do have like a white suit. It may even end up being Drax.
Now, that would make sense because what's his name doesn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things hard with this new one because this is their poster, but on the trailer they showed this one, so it's kind of hard to see.
Right.
So
Well,
I kind of want to
Batista-
bring that up.
Batista
I don't
came out
think-
and said he doesn't
Yeah.
want to do
Yeah, he doesn't want to
shirtless
do no more.
anymore. He's like,
Well, you spend 6 hours putting all that makeup.
He's like,
on.
I don't want to be shirtless anymore. He said that. He's like, I'm getting old, all this other stuff. I don't want to do the makeup, all this other crap. So it wouldn't be far-fetched to kill his character off.
I don't think they would kill off. Well, and if they did, it would be temporary. Rocket or Groot, just because merchandising.
somebody,
Like,
but that's what-
merchandising is what keeps these characters going.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's why they release it before the fucking film and having Disney back you. Shit.
Yeah. But I just wanted to bring
Shit.
it up because it was an interesting theory.
I never heard that, so that is very interesting.
Yeah.
And you're the first person to show me that, so I'm like, wow, okay, I see where you're going. I see where you're
And also, he
going.
wants to do other stuff. Like he was, I think, even though he was in it for a short
He's
time, I
been
think
doing
he
other
was
stuff.
phenomenal in Blade Runner 2042.
yeah.
Even though he had the shortest part in the beginning, I think he's a really great actor. He's just limited to these superhero movies at the current moment in time.
Well, yeah, 'cause
he's going to
they
be
have to
in
constantly
M.
film.
Night Shyamalan Knock on the Cabin Door or Knock on the Door or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Which that looks interesting.
And
I don't know.
he's already reached out too. He wants to be in the Gears 5 or the Gears of War movie. And
'Cause he was in the game.
Because he was in
Oh,
the game.
I could see him in that. Yeah, I could see.
And
him
he
in that.
wants to be in the TV show. So, like, I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, if you're on the TV show, that could go a couple seasons. Who knows? And if you're going to do the movie, there you go. That might put you out,
Who does he
for a
play?
year. He's himself.
He
I
plays
no.
I was like,
No, he plays Batista. That's his name. That's his name in the game.
in Gears of War.
No, it's not.
It's Batista.
No, it's not.
What is it then?
It's not Batista.
I thought it
That's
was.
his wrestling name.
I know.
I could see
thought
him
it was
as
the
Dom, or even
I-
Marcus.
No,
Marcus is the old man.
No.
Marcus is the old man, played by Peter Falk.
Now I'm going to have to look it up. It's not Batista.
What? No, the guy that voices Bender plays Marcus Phoenix in Gears of War. What's his name?
No, it's the guy that plays fucking Optimus Prime. What the hell's his name?
Huh? That's very strange. I thought
It's the-
John DiMaggio voices Marcus Phoenix in Gears of War, and that's the voice of Bender.
Yeah,
Futurama.
I know John DiMaggio. He also did the Joker too.
Yeah,
don't know.
he did a lot of stuff.
His
And he
name
does,
is Batista? Okay, it is Batista in the game.
Yeah, his name is Batista in the game.
In the show, what I read, he wants to play Marcus.
Peter Cullen. All right, so Prime just put in there. Peter Cullen is the voice of Marcus.
Marcus. But Batista wants to play Marcus in the show.
Why wouldn't he play himself?
Because all he was a DLC added character for multiplayer, I believe. He wasn't.
Yeah,
actually-
that's what it looks
DLC.
like.
He wasn't
was
in the
DLC.
story though. He was in the story.
Oh, you're right.
wow.
He wasn't in the story. He wasn't. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so but no, he should be. Yeah, he was DLC known as Batista because I was like, oh, cool,
Yeah.
he's being himself.
He was Batista DLC, but it was multiplayer, not
And then
campaign.
Peter Cullen, thanks Prime, voiced Marcus because that's the guy that did Optimus Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Autobots, like he had that fucking.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
because
That's
John
so weird.
DiMaggio, I love John DiMaggio. The
I'm gonna let you guys get to that. I'll be right back.
the worst Joker. The worst
Did he
Joker.
voice the Joker?
He did for like a couple of the DC movies that went, but yeah, the worst Joker. Remember that one Joker? I forgot what fucking movie it was. I know you've seen it though. That one Joker that he wore the all white suit. He was all white suit, white face, green hair, and he
I
was
think I know what
very-
you're talking about.
It was like very serious and like fucking. That was John DiMaggio, but he was also
Damn.
on that.
Oh,
fucking
this Joker. Okay.
Disenchantment. You ever see Disenchantment on fucking
Yeah,
Netflix?
I watched it recently. Yeah.
He's the voice of the king.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
He's the voice of the
Interesting.
king. Yeah, which is great. I love that character, man. I love that character. Let me catch
Oh,
up. We got
God.
wait. This Walter.
Dark
I'd
Knight
buy
Returns.
that
Yeah,
for
that
a
was-
dollar.
That was nuts. Great. King Zod
Yeah,
on
Peter
Disenchantment.
Cullen.
Okay.
Peter Cullen was also the voice of Stripe from Gremlins.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
He was the voice of Stripe, and then Howie Mandel was the voice of Gizmo. He was the voice
Howie
of Gizmo.
Mandel was Gizmo. That's hilarious.
Fuck yeah! No, hey, since Supremacy's coming back.
I'm back.
Let me ask you this. I might have asked you in chat, but I know you're the big horror buff guy. Just like me. Who's your favorite slasher?
My favorite slasher?
Because I know
would
his
say-
is Ghostface, mine's Jason.
No, honestly, like I love the campiness of it, and I love the story behind it. I feel like it's creepy, but I love A Nightmare on Elm Street. I love Freddy Krueger.
So Freddy
Freddy
Krueger.
I think he
Krueger,
has
yeah.
such a silly slapstick
Right.
horror character, but when it comes to like the first two movies, I feel like he gets down to business. Like he doesn't give a fuck at certain points. Like he just goes for it, while I feel like other characters just kind of like they're a little bit reserved. I feel like Freddy doesn't really care who he's
Freddy
about
brought
to
a
kill.
voice to slashers.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause
And I feel like
if
that's
you
way
think
more
about
creepier
it-
when you have this guy in the darkness cracking jokes at you, and then he
Yeah,
kills you.
yeah,
It's like,
because if
it's
you think
terrifying,
about
man.
Yeah, 1976, we had Leatherface, right? And all he did was grunt and shit, right? 1978, we had Michael Myers. He didn't say a goddamn word.
Yeah.
1980, 80 was fucking Friday the 13th, but he didn't come out until like 82,
The second
82,
film, yeah.
right? Not a fucking goddamn word. And then 83, fucking Krueger comes out and he's fucking talking to everybody, right?
Yeah.
And it's
And then
like,
he can also
welcome
like
to prime
morph
time,
into
bitch.
inanimate objects. Like he's a car. He's
Yeah.
like the floor. he's
he's
like a bunch of different things. He's a puppet master
yeah.
in like the sequel.
Crazy. That's right. He fucking changed the whole fucking game, man. He changed the whole game. Now,
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to chat real quick, and then I'm going to let Supremacy talk about the beer of the week. Disenchantment was ass. Was by Hoon Balloon. K Wolf backed me up on the Optimus thing. Michael Emerson was the Joker in that. Hey Saga, do me a favor. If I was wrong, okay, it was Michael Emerson. Find out what. Can you do me a favor and find out what Batman John DiMaggio voiced? Because I know he voiced. Oh, you know what? Maybe it wasn't the Joker. Red Skull.
Under the red hood was John DiMaggio's Joker.
Oh, it was Joker.
Yeah, the Joker
Oh, okay.
Under the Red Hood. Yeah,
Okay,
and that was
okay.
the movie, right? I don't even think that was a series. That was just the movie.
That was a cartoon movie. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, that's what I'm
And
thinking
also,
of.
I just
That's
want to
what I'm
put
thinking
this
of.
out there. I went and saw the Killing Joke animated feature in theaters, and that movie was absolute shit, specifically for the ending. That's all I gotta say.
Okay,
Because I have the Killing Joke on the comic books.
Yes.
I have the comic books, and I
Yes.
love that storyline. It's a fantastic telling of the Joker. And then
Love
when
it.
that animated movie came out, everybody in the audience, including myself, we were all so disappointed at how they took source material that you can literally read right in front of you, and they completely just shit on it. And I'm like, what
Right.
the fuck? What is Batman doing? What's the
That
Joker doing?
is-
Why is this ending? Why is he laughing? What the fuck? Weird.
Yeah, that's
weird
right.
as shit,
That's right.
dude. But
That's the
Yeah.
only fucking comic book, right, that I bought a hardcover version of. Only comic book, because you know how like it was, you can buy the graphic novels,
Yeah.
right? I bought the hardcover version of it because the Killing Joke was fucking phenomenal. That whole tunnel of love scene where he's fucking monologuing and all this other bullshit, right?
yeah.
Awesome. And then that fucking cartoon movie came out, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I think even Batman has a fucking sex scene in it, right?
Yes, and which, by the way, I don't know if anybody knows this, but in the comics, Batgirl is like underage, by the way. FYI, she was like
It's Barbara,
16,
right?
17. Yeah, yeah, the
Was it
daughter
Barbara?
of... Well, they did it
Barbara
differently
Gordon.
in the movie. Yeah, but it is the daughter of Commissioner Gordon. But yeah, she was like 16, 17. So Batman be doing some pedophilia up in here, which was very strange. So,
Yeah, that movie disappointed, man. Disappointed for being such a great story. And like
I
you
paid
said,
$20
it was,
for that.
it was gold handed to them. It's like, here,
Yeah.
man, here's this
Literal
gold.
gold. Yeah.
I'm giving you permission to make a fucking film out of this. And somebody just has to take it and go, the precious. The precious. And they fucking didn't do it right, man.
No.
You're right. Like, he said the Red Hood one, that's one of my fucking faves, dude.
Yeah,
That was great.
I think the Under the Red Hood was really good, albeit the voice acting. But yeah, I would say the Killing Joke animated feature was probably the worst Batman animated
yeah.
anything
Very
I've probably ever
disappointing.
seen. Yeah,
Very disappointing. All right, we're going to pass the torch over to Supremacy. He's going to do the beer of the week. I'll let you handle that.
Yeah. New beard. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just letting you guys grab Batman. Yeah, usually we do this earlier, but we've been ramping here. This week's beer, we're going good old Leinenkugel. Now, we had discussion about this. I did a little research about it. So,
Okay,
Leinenkugel Berry Weiss, you said you had it because I brought it up
Yeah.
about a Leinenkugel having fruity pebble taste.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is why I got it. So I never had Berry Weiss actually.
Oh, you
I
never
looked
had
it
this?
up. There's not Summer Shandy, but there's Sunset. I think it's Sunset Wheat has a hint of fruity pebble taste at the end, which that's the one I had. But what they
okay.
say about the Berry Weiss is like a fruity pebble beer, basically. So there's actually two different ones we were thinking. So I actually never had this one. But just to go over the info about it of Leinenkugel's Berry Weiss is it's a crisp Weiss beer, gets a little lift from enticing blend of blackberries, elderberries, and loganberries.
Logies.
It brings them together for a flavor that's deliciously different and available all year long, except for shit you couldn't find it in Cali because Cali sucks.
It's too far west. It's a Wisconsin beer.
It said it pairs with chocolate cake, fresh Capri salad, and creamy and spinach artichoke dip.
Okay, I could see the spinach artichoke
I
dip,
can see
but
the
who the
dip.
fuck's eating a cake? And go, you know what? Grab me a Liney's. Grab me a Liney's out of the fridge because this is going to pair. Like, nobody's doing that. Like, all right, let me say something about this before we take our sips.
Mm-hmm.
My sister, Little Miss Spookiness, is a big Liney's fan, right? It's a Wisconsin beer. I've had many of them. Now, I did not have the one you just said, What was it called?
The Sunset Wheat.
Sunset Wheat I've never had. I've had Summer Shandy.
'Cause that's
I've
what
had this one. I've had this one before. This is Berry
I've never
Weiss.
had this one. I've had Summer Shandy. I've had Sunset Wheat.
But it's been a long time because I don't do fruity beers.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
So like
It's been a minute.
like I said, from my understanding, this one's supposed to be like Fruity Pebble beer, but Sunset Wheat tastes like a wheat beer. But at the end of your sips, you get that
you get the hint. Okay.
And that's what I remember. And I knew, I'm like, Berry Weiss, I would remember Berry Weiss. It was always something summer, but it's not like, it's not Summer Shandy.
Right.
They have a Sunset Wheat.
They have a winter lager,
Mm-hmm.
which is actually probably my favorite of the Leinenkugels. It's got a little spice on it. It's got a little spice. But here it is. It's red.
It's very red.
Very red.
It's like Kool-Aid red.
Oh, you know what it
it
smells
looks
like?
like Kool-Aid red.
It smells like a wine cooler.
Yeah.
It smells like a wine cooler. Oh, just like I remember.
Tastes like a wine cooler.
Pure fucking berries. A lot of berry in your face. There's no beer taste to it at all. It's
Tastes like a wine cooler to me.
Tastes like a wine cooler. You're right. Best combo is berry and honey Weiss. What do you do? You mix them? You mix the two?
Probably.
I like honey Weiss beer, but my favorite honey Weiss beer is honey brown. You ever have that, Shibs?
No,
The
actually.
company's
I've
called-
actually never
the-
had that brand.
The
I was
company's
trying to
called
look for
honey.
it today, but I
No,
couldn't.
not
Not this
Leinenkugels.
one.
Yeah,
No.
not Leinenkugels.
No. I
It's
actually
called honey
saw
brown.
the. Yeah, I saw that one too. I couldn't find that one either. I was trying to get that one
Tastes
as
like
like a
wine.
replacement, but they didn't have that either.
See, this doesn't taste like Fruity Pebbles to me.
Honey bear.
Tastes like
Don't
tastes
taste
like berry.
Yeah, it tastes like a wine.
So I'm gonna try to find. I'm gonna try to get, when I see it, the Sunset Wheat one of these days.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try that. And like I said, it tastes like a wheat beer. And then at the end, you get that Fruity Pebbles, legit Fruity Pebbles.
Okay. I would like to try that. This, to me, honey brown ale, Crystal, that's the name of it. Crystal posted it in chat. Honey brown ale. That's the company. And then,
I like Hoon's question. Well, I'll let you finish first.
but they make, Leinenkugels makes a honey Weiss. Honey brown ale's very good. Very good. This to me is like, this doesn't even taste like beer. If you would have you could have tricked me and pour this in a wine glass and said, Dom, take a sip, blindfolded, and I take a sip, and I would have probably guessed some type of cooler.
Tastes more like a cooler.
And then if you said, Dom, it's Leinenkugel's Honey Weiss, or I'm sorry,
Berry Weiss.
Berry Weiss, I would have said, fuck, I would never guess this was a beer. I mean, it doesn't even look like a beer. It looks like,
Yeah,
look,
it tastes-
there's no bubbles.
There's no bubbles.
Look at that.
No foam, no bubbles.
And I've had
No
this
head.
before. It's just been,
No head.
man, no head on that. Knock this back my head.
So Hoon asks if this beer was a 90s song, which would it be?
If this was a 90s song, it would be the theme song to Gilmore Girls. And I don't know
Is
the
that
name of
90s?
that.
Oh yeah, I love.
yeah, it's
Gilmore
90s all
Girls.
day.
That shit's
Oh.
dope.
I want to make sure.
It'd be the theme song to Gilmore Girls. Like I
Hell
could see,
yeah.
I don't know the name of the song, but like Crystal watched it so much that every time it came on, we'd hit the skip button. You know, the skip intro button.
No,
Because
you
it would
don't. You don't skip that intro, man. You got to watch it all the way through.
No,
For the
I
sake
can't.
of Lorelai and Rory, you got to do it.
You know,
Fucking Rory.
you know,
That bitch can't make up her mind, dude.
Yo, she got like 3 guys she playing the entire time.
you know which song I would say? I know a lot of people are saying Barbie Girl right now because of the fruitiness.
It's not that poppy.
It's not.
that poppy.
I want to say, yeah, it's
Dean.
more. Yes, I would say it's more of a girly beer. I would say. What I could think, if I'm comparing to the '90s, and I want to say it is a '90s song. What's that fucking song that everybody always played at when you graduated?
The Macho Man theme?
No, it was a girl song talking about how we're growing up and shit now. I forget what the fuck it's called, but it was like, I think it was a '90s pop song.
Oh, I have no idea.
I can't think of it.
I was always thinking of the bam, bam,
Yeah,
bam,
King Jess and Logan, yep.
No, not graduation song.
Right.
It's a pop song that talks about growing up after they basically, and everybody always plays it.
No idea.
After graduating. I forget what the fucking song.
I never graduated. I wouldn't know.
Really song. It's Backstreet Boys.
It's back.
I don't need college, or I don't need high school.
Barry Weiss is back. All
I'm
right.
doing just fine.
Okay, so now let's get to the rating.
Well, actually, this is good. If a beer rating, it gets a 2.
I want to say yes, Spooky.
What?
The song by Vitamin C. That sounds familiar. At least the group.
Oh, I don't know who Vitamin C is. I take it every morning.
I think they got a Crystal Spooky Time of Your Life Vitamin C.
Song by Vitamin C.
That's the time. I don't know it.
I forgot how it goes, but I know what the song's talking about.
Okay,
so that's what I'm thinking of.
No. Green Day.
Oh, Green Day. The Green Day. That's right. She's right. That was the Green Day song. Hope you had the time of your life. That was a huge graduation song.
I know. I'm talking about 90s.
Oh,
Another
that was more
2000.
That was
A fork
2000.
stuck in the road.
Right.
Time grabs you by the wrist to rest
So what would you
where
rate the
to
beer?
go.
As a beer, I give it a 2. But as a drink, pouring it in your glass and saying, hey, don't judge it as a beer, judge it as a drink, I'll give it a 5, like smack dab in the middle, because it is tasty. It's very wine coolery, but it's not a beer to me, not at all. There's no beerness to it.
You could taste the gas and a little beerness into once you get past the fruit.
Yeah, but you could taste the gas and the carbonation in a wine cooler. Those are heavily fucking carbonated.
Are wine coolers?
Wine coolers are carbonated.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
A Bartlett and James. Which one are you, bro? You Mr. Bartlett or James, buddy?
I'll give it a.
Oh, Crystal
Okay.
will love it. Crystal will
Yeah.
love it. She'll knock back a 6-pack in 20 minutes.
I'll
Spooky, I know Spooky likes it because she's the one that I think gave it to me.
rate it as a 4.
Okay. As a drink or a beer?
Just beer, because it's considered a beer. I'm not gonna get into a drink. I'm not gonna get, because the thing is, beer could fall under anything with us, just what we taste.
Yeah, but to me, beer has certain ingredients, and I don't taste any of them. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're gonna put this on the thing with our ratings, okay? Rate me a 5. Rate me a 5.
Out of 10 or 5?
It has
Out of 10, out of 10.
Water, barley malt, wheat, yeast, corn syrup, hops, blackberry juice, sucrose, honey. That's all.
Okay, so it does have wheat, it does have yeast, and it
Has
does
hops.
have hops. So it's classified as a beer. I don't taste any of that.
that's what I'm saying. Between taste to what is actually made, it's one of those things where take it as a taste.
Yeah.
So I'm saying a 4 because it's not something I'm going to order again.
Yeah. It's a one-time.
It's
And
not-
who's
it's not-
eating cake with this.
It's not a bad beer like the fucking last 2 we fucking had that I
Right.
hated. So that's why I give it a 4.
Right. I give it a 5. I think it's dead average with what I expect of something that tastes beery. It's good. I don't like fruit beers, period. To me,
But
this is a wine cooler.
I see what you're talking about. It's not a beer.
Yeah, it don't taste
It
like
don't
a beer.
taste like beer. It just
At
tastes like a
all.
wine cooler.
Like, and here's the thing. These are sold as a minimum of a 6-pack. It goes 6 and 12. I think they might have a fucking 18-pack of these. And for me to, like, knock these back,
I don't think Leinenkugel would make 18.
no. So
think it's
let's,
just 12.
let's say we bought a
Because I think
12-pack of
they
these.
only make bottles,
Right.
too.
They only make bottles, right? If I bought a 12-pack of these, I'd be done after 3 of them. I go, I can't have another one. It's too sweet. It's too fruity.
Would you say the percentage was on that?
Oh, I didn't, actually. That's one thing I missed.
I think it's pretty
Oh.
weak, right? Like
so
4.6.
No, it's... Oh, maybe. Hold on.
4.6. Well, 4.6 is average.
Yeah. It's a 4.9
Okay.
on the alcohol.
Okay.
And 13.5 bitterness.
Are you? I got a question. Maybe this can be a chat poll too. Are you guys bottle guys or can guys, or are you drink it from the glass kind of guy? 'Cause
I'm a draft
honestly-
guy.
Draft to me is
Yeah,
king.
draft.
Yep.
Draft.
Draft
king.
is king. There's certain things I prefer bottle, certain thing I prefer can. I'll give you a perfect example. Kilt lifter in the can, garbage. Tastes like blood. You ever lick a wound and you taste that salt in that iron, right? The salt and iron from a wound. That's what kilt lifter tastes like in the can. In the bottle, it's good. On draft, phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Okay.
Now,
So
today, before...
no non-draft can or bottle.
Bottle.
It depends. Like, all right, today, perfect
Without it
example,
depending, just so if you had to pick one,
bottle if I had to pick one.
and that's what I'm basing it
I
off.
had to
is
pick
bottle.
one. And you
I
know what
say
the main
bottle as
difference
well.
is? You know what the main difference is? Preservatives.
Yeah.
They put more preservatives in a bottle because light can actually kill it.
There you go.
Yeah,
Slice
absolutely.
put up
Yeah.
a poll. What's your choice, bottle or can? Submit your answers with your channel points. You probably have like 2 minutes or something.
Wait, what am I doing?
No, she put up a prediction that anybody in chat could predict what
Oh,
they are,
okay.
bottle or can.
So,
But
but here's the thing, though. I've been drinking Miller Lite in a can for a long time because it's easier. You just grab a fucking 18-pack, throw it in the fridge, whatever, right? He gave me, when I walked in the door today, gave me a Miller Lite in a bottle. The first time in a long time, months. And I even said to you, what did I say to you when you gave me that? I said, wow, this tastes different. And we were sitting there and I was like, I go, man, it's been a minute. It tastes different.
yeah,
It's not necessarily bad. It's not a bad thing.
you've been drinking out of a can for a little.
Been drinking
too
out
long.
of a can for so long because the accessibility.
Not just that, I think isn't a pack of cans cheaper than a pack of bottles?
It depends. It depends. In some places, like certain gas stations,
Yes,
they're
aluminum does taste
identical. It's identical. You see a 12-pack of bottles, 12-pack of cans, same price. But here's the thing. They don't make an 18-pack of bottles. They don't make a 24-pack of bottles. So you go over there and you grab that one. So that's my whole reason with the cans. But yeah,
Cans
you
are
gave me
just
that.
easier.
Respectable.
Yeah, they're easier. Bottles, of course, they're glass.
I mean, I could be pretty creative with
But
doubling
draft-
it as a
to-
weapon as well with a can.
But just saying it. Draft is and like if you want to go into it, like we said, it just depends on the beer. Draft is always king, and I could say that too. Like me, one beer I really like, and it only tastes the way it's made is on draft. And I
Coors
think
Light.
they only
Oh,
make
just kidding.
bottles, and the bottles don't even taste like how it's supposed to be. There's a banana bread beer. Forget by who.
Banana bread.
On draft, it tastes like a banana bread
Yeah.
as a beer.
Right.
Fucking delicious. You have the bottle, just tastes like beer.
Yeah.
No flavor.
And that's the thing. With draft, you depend on your bar to do it right. They have to have the right mixture of CO2 going into the lines, right? Bottles, they add preservatives so the thing can last longer on the shelf, right? Cans have a higher content of carbonation to seal the can, right? So, like, that's why everything tastes different. And I was like, that's why I really said it really depends on what I'm drinking.
Yeah. And I like between Hoon and Saga, Hoon says, I like bottles because it doubles as a weapon if things pop off. So, yes.
I'll throw a can at a motherfucker empty.
Saga, cheap beers, I don't care. Cans have more storage in the fridge.
That's right. He's
You can stack
absolutely
'em,
right.
You can lay them on
Yep.
the side. You can do whatever you want.
It's easier to throw them away, too. I don't have that clink, 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 and that fucking 20-pound bag you gotta take to the
And
goddamn...
the cans are also worth just slightly more in recycling than bottles. Bottles are almost like nothing when you recycle.
Yeah. Because they're sand. They're not metal. They're sand.
Yeah, it's same.
But for the most part, in the prediction, mostly people are actually no votes towards cans. Everybody's going bottle. If you had to go between bottle and can, but draft is always king.
Draft is king. It's
And that's
king.
why they call it DraftKings.
The DraftKings. That's right. That's right, Shibs. Nailed it.
That's a
All
whole
right,
different
I
thing,
got
though.
something for you. I got a news thing, and I have a
Okay,
question.
before I need a drink first.
What? Oh, you need one?
Oh, cheers, bros.
Cheers. Cheers. Okay, what you got?
So our Beer Brothers right here. All right, so here's the thing. This is a news announcement, and then I have a question for both of you.
All right.
Okay? So Metallica came out and announced a new album the first time in 6 years. Season 72 is coming out next year, and they announced a two-year tour. Now,
1 year probably being in Europe.
it's a split tour. Okay, so one half of the tour is going to be with Pantera, and we're going to
Okay.
talk about that in a second.
Woo,
Now, here's the thing.
Pantera.
This is their first album in 6 years. Now, their last album was Hardwired to Self-Destruct. I like that album. I actually like it. The album before that was Death Magnetic. To me, that was like them trying to redeem themselves from fucking Saint Anger for that garbage toilet paper that they fucking released 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay? Saint Anger was like toilet paper, right? If you bought that, you took the CD, you threw it out your window, and you took the fucking paper from there and you wiped your ass with it, right? Garbage album. Death Magnetic was trying to redeem that. Hardwired to Self-Destruct was like, okay, cool. Metallica's coming back. They got their groove going. Here we are. New album, 6 years, season 70 or 72 seasons, right? Which I had to look up what the fuck the significance was behind that. 72 seasons is equivalent to 18 years. James Hetfield came out and said, hey, it's about how we defined ourselves at 18. How we became who we are now.
Okay.
Cool. Makes sense. Here's my thing, though. I saw Pantera 5 times in the 90s. One of my favorite all-time bands. They're coming back for this tour, half of the tour. 1 year with Pantera, 1 year with nine ice nails, or whatever the fuck they're called. All right, I don't give
Ice
a
Nine
shit.
Kills?
Ice Nine Kills. Fuck them.
9
don't
Inch
give
Nails?
a shit. Not 9 Inch
No,
Nails.
it's Ice Nine
Ice
Kills.
9 Kills.
Okay.
Fuck them.
The only thing
Okay.
I liked about them was their Michael Myers song, but the acoustic version.
I never heard it. Anyway.
I'll have to show you.
Oh, hey, Saga's corrected me. He says, no, wrong. 2 days at every venue. So I don't understand what you're saying, Saga. Are they playing 2 days at every venue? How do you play 2 days at every venue? Each day with different openers. They
It's going to be a 2-day event per venue.
Yeah, it'll be a 2-day event. They're probably
All right,
different openers.
here's my thing with Pantera. I love Pantera. Pantera is a staple in the metal scene, okay? Philip Anselmo is a god as far as metal vocalists goes, okay? We lost Vinnie Paul. We lost Dimebag Darrell, okay? Vinnie Paul's a very distinctive drummer. Dimebag Darrell, even more distinctive. Now, I know what Phil's going to do without even asking you guys. Phil's going to get the guys from Corrosion Conformity. I already know this. That's what he's been doing, right? But who do you think, you first, Supremacy, and then I want to hear Shibbs, who is one guitar player that you think could fill Dimebag Darrell's shoes?
Oh, I wouldn't fucking know. Actually,
Dimebag
I have
Darrell?
one.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
I have one. I have
Hold on.
one.
I don't know names, but the only I would say the probably guitarists that nobody could probably fill his shoes. Probably nobody. I'm not good with artist names, you know, when it comes to bands and shit, but I think the only probably person or from band who will probably to fill his shoes to play with Pantera will probably be whoever the guitarist is from Black Label Society.
That's my guy. That's my guy. Zach fucking Wild is who I was going for. Mm-hmm. That's my guy.
That's
now,
the only one I see.
Now, Hoon put Buckethead. Buckethead could probably, on paper, out shred Dimebag Darrell. But does he have the metal balls to play those songs with the like fucking Chug and all that shit? No, he does not. Buckethead was guitar player for Guns N' Roses until Slash came back. right? And he couldn't even do the Slash thing. The guy's awesome with his own shit. He could do 8-finger tapping. I don't know anybody that could do 8-finger tapping. Buckethead can, but he was not Slash. So he was booted. Slash came back. That's why I think no Buckethead. Zach Wilde's the only guy I think that could fucking replace Dimebag Darrell.
That's the only person I could.
Only guy I think that could replace Dimebag Darrell.
Now the question is for Shibby 2, who do you think if not the same?
Honestly, when it comes to music, I'm not too familiar. But as far as like Dimebag Darrell goes, man, the thing is when it comes to music, the people that made those songs famous are going to be the people that are perfect for that placement.
Oh, yeah,
obviously,
that's all I'm saying.
When it comes to like Metallica, when it comes to like Megadeth, when it comes to Pantera, it's really hard to say. Like, obviously, they were a part of the band for a reason. I don't know. I would say nobody because I'm honestly
But they have
not really
to.
familiar. But
Right.
if they had to, man, I don't know. Do you guys know the band Grim Reaper?
Yeah.
Grim
Reaper. Just Grim Reaper.
What's his
right?
name? No. Yeah, what's his name? Nick something, whatever. I think he may be a pretty good guitarist for that, but other than that, like that, he's the only one that I can think that could pull that off. Only because I think Nick, I forget his last name, but he has done instrumentals for Dimebag Darrell in his past. So I honestly, it would be anybody that can. I would say anybody that can kind of like do a, what do you call it?
To fill the shoes.
What do you call it?
You gotta fill the shoes.
Fill the
Right.
shoes, or what do you call them? Cover bands, whatever. Because I think
Right.
he's done covers for that. So
I'm just shocked about this announcement because, like I said, like Metallica, right? Metallica's up here. They're on top of this shelf, right? Metallica, Megadeth, Black Sabbath, like they're on top of the shelf, right? Pantera is just underneath that shelf, right? They're just underneath it, right? They're legends, right? And when the band broke up and they all went their separate ways and did all this other bullshit, right? Phil Anselmo went and did some solo projects. He did that fucking stoner band. What the fuck was it called? Do you know what I'm talking about? Stone something.
Oh,
Stone Wall,
Stone Sour?
what's it? Stone.
Not Stone Sour, like Stone. I forgot what the
Stone
fuck.
Temple Pilots?
No.
I'm like,
Stone Temple
I'm just trying to think of fucking Stone shit. What are we
Temple
talking
Pilots.
about?
Super Joint.
Okay, that has nothing to
Super
do
Joint.
with fucking Stone.
All right, fucking sock, I got it. All right, so Phil.
I'm just thinking of Stone here.
All right, so fucking Phil went and did Super Joint Ritual, right? He went and did that shit. But he was also in a band called Down, right? Down only came out with one album, right? And it was the boys from Crowbar and Corrosion and Conformity. They still jam today. They still play today, right? Like they've been together 30 fucking years. And they do these little shows and shit, right? Dimebag and Vinnie Paul went and did Damage Plan. They went and did all these other fucking side projects until Dimebag was murdered on stage. Vinnie Paul took a bullet but lived, and then Vinnie Paul died a few years later. So that band's done.
Yeah,
right?
it's all going to be the old
All of a
shit.
sudden, Phil comes out, gets with Rex Brown, and says, hey, man, we're going to bring back the name Pantera. That's a big fucking shoe to fill, right? It's like, yeah, Phil Anselmo and Rex Brown, they're original members. Who do you get to fill that, right?
Yep.
Who do you get to fill that? So I'm thinking they're just going to grab boys from Corrosion because Phil's already jamming with them, and they know how to play the songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Zach Wilde, you nailed it, bro. You fucking nailed it. Zach Brown. Little bit of chicken fried.
Yeah, I'm like, that's
Cold beer on Friday night. No, Zach Wilde is the only guy that could fucking live up to it because him and Dimebag were like best friends.
fucking best friends.
And they played the exact same way.
Shit, they created a song when he
They
died.
wrote a song when he died. Or Zach
the
Wilde
Rivers,
did, right? Yeah. I'm like, oh, man. So I'm a little pissed, not pissed, but a little disturbed that like Phil is like, hey, we're gonna come back as Pantera, like,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't know,
honestly,
dude.
it's like we'll see
I
what
don't know. I gotta
happens.
pee
We'll
again.
see how it goes.
I gotta pee.
We'll see how it goes. It's just like, it's like me, like, and Shibby could probably relate too. It's like Slipknot, you know?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, Shibby, like, how do you, and I know you grew up with Slipknot just like as I did. What do you think of now their, like, probably last couple albums? Like, especially where they're going with all the new cast now.
So here's the thing. I like that artists take on a new identity. I mean, they keep themselves the same using like their costumes and things like that. But it's like I like it when they do experimental things. It makes them different. It keeps them, I guess, relevant more or less. But I'm personally not a big fan of what they have going on at the current moment in time. I think the last album that I really listened to that I bought was All Hope Is Gone. That was the last really good album, at least in my opinion.
Yeah,
But as far as like their new stuff goes, I mean, I'm happy that they're trying to do something different. I know that they did an acoustic album before, which was pretty dope.
The thing is they keep trying to do something different. Every album, at least in my opinion, every album is something different.
Of 10 to 15 second TikTok videos, you have to stay relevant for the average ADHD listener and viewer. People are going to spend 20 seconds on your song, and if they don't like it, they're going to skip it.
Yeah, but that's
you're
if
living
you're trying
in a
to
streaming Spotify, world.
If you're trying to bring that generation, but then you're also pushing away the older generation. So it's one of those things is it even worth it? You're trying to I'm just basing it off what you're saying. You're trying to capture the now generation, the technology, the social media generation, but at the same time you're pushing out the old generation.
But here's the thing: when was the last time you've been to a Slipknot concert? I remember going to Mayhem Fest in 2010. That was the last Slipknot concert I ever been to, and that they had Coheed.
But you gotta remember,
they had Black Guides.
You gotta remember, Slipknot also took almost a decade off since the bass guitar player died.
And the drummer.
Well,
no, the drummer quit.
Oh, drummer quit. Yeah.
Drummer quit.
Yeah.
Because I was just bringing up the topic of the same way, like with Slipknot,
right?
And what the modern albums are, and he has a good point. They're experimenting, but it's like seems like every new album they're experimenting with something different. And he's talking about like social media, trying to capture songs for like TikTok and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get that. It's like, you're trying to capture the now generation, but at the same time you're pushing the old generation.
We also have to accept the fact that nothing's going to be catered to us anymore. Like, come 10 more years, it's not going to be for us anymore. Slipknot is probably not even going to be around anymore for 10 more years. Like, those guys are getting old. We're getting old.
Yeah.
They're not trying to cater to us anymore because guess what? We're not paying to go to their shows anymore. They're trying to stay relevant as best as they can while keeping their current fan base as well as introducing people to a new fan base. That's why when it comes to bands like Metallica, they are an old band. Let's be honest, they're a super old band now, but because of Stranger Things revitalizing it, if it wasn't for that, they wouldn't be making a new album. They wouldn't be going on tour again. Like they were almost irrelevant if it weren't for Stranger Things.
No,
let's be honest.
I beg,
be honest.
I beg to differ on Metallica. Like, okay, so there's certain bands. You're absolutely right, Shibbs. Okay, there's certain bands that they feed off of what's going on now. Okay, now Slipknot. All right. I said 98. I was wrong. I saw Slipknot in 99 in Wisconsin. Right, they've only been around for like a year or two. Right, and even Saga put in the chat. Right, Saga put in the chat. He goes, "Hey, do you remember when we got the original promo cassettes back in '99? That was about that was about the time when I saw them in Wisconsin, right? And that was raw, energetic, fucking in your goddamn face, power, fucking metal.
That was them at their best for sure.
Right.
Yeah, the first few
But
albums. was the best.
Corey came out and said, like midway through their career, that he wanted to do something else, and that's when the Stone Sour shit
Stone
came
Sour.
out.
He wanted
Right?
to sing more versus scream.
And
Right.
the band kind of got pissed at him. It was the clown. I don't know what the clown's name is, the
Yeah.
one that plays the kegs. But the clown said, "Hey, we need to get back to Slipknot. We need to do this, this Iowa thing that we fucking brought up." And Corey's fucking thing was, "Cool, I'm all about it. I'm all about this and this brotherhood, but I want to throw some clean vocals in it."
Yeah.
And they started. Now he always had clean vocals, but he ramped up the clean vocals, right?
Well, I think that's when they
And then-
came out with, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that's when he came out with Snuff.
I don't remember the year, but you could.
I want to say that was their
be.
first
It
like
could be.
slow, just vocal
Right.
song.
But here's my thing though: a band like Metallica, that's been a staple in the metal community since 1981, right? They could do whatever the fuck they want, and they're fine. They're fine, right? So them coming out
Shit,
with this,
they had Saint Anger and they recovered.
yeah, and well, that was the first time they brought in somebody new. They
Yeah.
brought in fucking Turio on bass, right? So like, they can do whatever the fuck they want. They're fucking fine. Look at all these bands coming out of the woodwork that retired 20 years ago and now coming back, like Quiet Riot, Def Leppard, all this other bullshit. They're done, right? They haven't made an album in 25 years, but they're coming back and they're touring because of the nostalgia factor. They're feeding off the nostalgia for ticket shows, not for fucking album sales, right? Metallica's a different thing. They're going to get album sales and ticket shows. But there are certain bands, like, and I think you're absolutely right, Shibbs, like Slipknot, that are going to fade in 10 years.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Nobody's going to give a fuck about. Same thing with Korn. How many times did Korn change their fucking sound? Right?
All the time. They did it all the
Oh
time. Even
my
to this day,
God.
they still
And-
fucking
and-
change
and
the
not
sound.
just that,
When they
too,
got
and
into
I
that dubstep, like mixed with
Yes.
like metal type of thing. Yeah.
Yes.
that was- honestly, I
How many
appreciate
times?
it. I liked it, but it's
And what is the new shit that
Skrillex.
they're doing now?
It's Skrillex. You're
yeah,
right.
Skrillex
Yeah.
first, and then now they're doing something else. But the other
Yeah.
thing too, where what I would say Korn is struggling, and this is why they're experimenting a lot too, is and I kind of know this, but I'm just my opinion of it, because I'm a big fan, is Fieldy. He's in and out with Korn.
Yeah, he went
'Cause
and find himself.
Ever since he became a big Christian dude, now he has his new band. I forget what it's fucking called. So
Right.
he's in and out, and Fieldy's what gave Korn their sound. Besides the singer, he gave him that fucking hard hitting bass
Yeah.
that nobody had.
Right.
So it's something.
Let fucking like, hey, I'm gonna take my strings, right? They're tuned to E, and I'm gonna go like this,
Well, he even
and let them buzz on the fretboard.
I think he even said on his documentary that he didn't know how to play guitar. He didn't know how to play bass
I can
when
believe
he
that.
joined the
I
band.
can believe that.
He was just a guy with dreads that hung out with the same crew and say, "Hey, here you go."
That's like that old joke, dude. It's like, hey, you know how to play an instrument? No. Do you know how to play an instrument? No. You want to start a punk band? You want to start a punk band, dude? Let's do it. But I think I even changed with the times, dude. You know what I mean?
And you will.
You know what I mean? I played death metal. I went to like kind of like rock and roll. I went to like rockabilly. I did blues. I'm all over the fucking place. And I'm talking live.
When you're known for something,
Right, but when you're known for it and you change your sound, that could fuck with your career.
yeah, that's
You can
what
fuck
I'm
with
saying. That's why I was giving an example. Like with Slipknot, like I get it, the experimental and trying to keep up with the modern age, but you're losing the people that liked you for who you were.
I'm catching up on
You're
Chad. Fucking, we talking
I
album.
actually
albums
got
of the
a
year?
truth or chug question.
Oh, did we miss it? Oh wait,
Did we miss it?
You have one?
It says it's only visible to me, so someone sent it.
Oh, okay.
specifically
Hold
to
on,
me
hold
to
on.
ask a
Where
question.
was I? Didn't see that redemption. Who said? Where are you seeing it?
I've seen it in chat.
And
It says
when?
it's only visible to me, but it wants me to ask you guys, both of you, a truth or chug question.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Who redeemed it?
I have no idea. It says only visible to me, and it doesn't say who redeemed it.
Was it on the Whisper?
Honestly, it just says only visible to me.
Okay,
That's all
okay,
it
whatever.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, but whatever.
That's crazy.
So truth or
Okay,
chug?
truth or chug is either whoever the truth or chug is to, either to one of us or to both of us. If we don't want to say the truth, we chug the rest of our beer, what we currently have.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
Well, it
is
just
it to both
says-
of us or to one of us?
It says either goat supremacy. So I'm gonna go with goat.
Okay.
I guess truth or chug. Most embarrassing moments at a bar.
Didn't we state this last episode?
Oh, did you do that already? Okay.
I did most embarrassing moment,
Okay, I think it was most embarrassing.
but most embarrassing moment at a bar.
At a bar? Can you say that?
Okay. So one time, it's a bar, but I wasn't actually drinking. I was actually performing.
Oh.
And we get up on stage. It was hot as fuck. Hot as fuck. That's all I remember. And then if you get up on stage, it's even hotter because you got the can lights on you and shit. And we're playing, and I'm fucking rocking out, and I was doing just vocals. I wasn't playing guitar or nothing that night, and I was just doing vocals. And I got so hot and so sick, I threw up on stage.
Oh shit.
And
Nice.
but I tried to kind of run behind stage, but I like didn't go off stage. I tried to go behind stage, like next to the drummer,
Yeah.
throw up, and it was pure water because I was chugging water. You know what I mean? It was pure water, but I threw up, and I came back, and on top of it, it was a Pantera cover.
Oh shit.
It was a Pantera cover. It was fucking hostile. And I had to stop, right? The band kept going. They didn't stop. But I went and I threw up. Is that the same show you busted your mouth with the mic?
Oh,
No,
shit.
it wasn't. It wasn't. But it was. Saga got it right. It was Morning Rain. That was the name of the band. So Saga got it right. I went back, I threw up, I came back, and I finished the song. Right? I finished the song. But all I remember was
He's a beer bro on stage.
One fucking guy. Don't know him. And I never forgot this, though. Don't know him. Never met him in my life. He came up to me, and he said, "So that was a little too much for you to handle, huh?" And I'm like, dude, I nailed that in fucking rehearsal. Right? I just was fucking so hot. And then being on stage and trying to fucking dance about almost every day I see the same thing, and like just going fucking crazy and like doing the fucking Phil Anselmo shit. And I got sick and I threw up on stage. Came back about probably like, because like the whole song, let's say, I don't know the length of the song, but let's say the whole song's 4 minutes, right?
Sure.
I came back a minute later to finish it, and I was fine.
Wow.
Right? To see, to bleed, could not be taught. Like I did the whole fucking thing, right? Like I didn't miss a fucking beat, but everybody's like, that guy just left stage, threw up, came back. Because it was on stage. It was like behind the drummer. I didn't go off stage to do it. So, like, yeah, that kind of haunts me. That kind of haunts me a little. Never did it again. But, like, I always take it easy. I don't go fucking balls crazy without having some fluids in me.
So you threw up for what reason? Because I walked away.
Heat exhaustion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
Basically,
so
he
you're
was
just hot.
I was hot. It was hotter on stage, and I was just pounding water, and I got dizzy, and it was like, oh shit. And then I fucking came back and I finished it. So it was like I only missed a minute, but it was noticeable. You know what I mean? It wasn't like
I have a similar story, but I wasn't performing. I was in San Diego. I went to do a friend trip and just hanging out with friends I haven't seen in a long time. And we started off in Pizza Port in San Diego, and then we just started bar hopping from there. We went to a bunch of like crazy dive bars. We went to like this weird craft, like Indian craft beer bar, whatever. That was like half outdoors or whatever. It was a cool place, and we were already pretty buzzing.
Was it Mission Brewery?
Maybe I don't remember too much of that night, but no, like we were like shit faced by the time we got to this Irish pub, and
Another shit-faced Irish pub story. We heard mine's last episode.
And like the bar was like close to closing. It was like 1 a.m, I think, by the time we got there, and there was like barely anybody in this bar. And we decided, because we were drinking beer all night, and then we decided, oh man, we're gonna have some shots of like
some Irish bombs.
Fireball. Actually, we had a shot of Fireball, and that was fine. We all took that pretty good. I mean, I'm as much as I hate Fireball, I would say I'm a veteran of Fireball, so I can handle it.
Everybody just fucking hates it because
He's got a pin.
They always get shit faced from it.
Did you fucking see? He's a veteran, motherfucker. You see these fucking tags?
That's what it says right
You see
here.
you see these stripes?
You see this?
Fireball 93.
And then I proceeded to have I don't know why I was drunk as hell. I had decided to have a margarita, and that wasn't the tipping point either. I can handle my tequila fairly well as well. However, it's when we all decided to do our final 2 shots. By the way, it was our final 2 shots, and we decided to do 2 shots of wild turkey. And I don't know who came up with the idea.
101.
Yeah,
but we decided to do wild turkey. Yeah.
Fuck, dude. He ended on that with whiskey, hard liquor.
And it was a little bit embarrassing, but I like low key did one of these numbers where I kind of just like went to my side, put my hand up, and I vomited at the bar itself. Right there.
Did you at least tip him to clean it?
Right under the bar. No, I like leaned over and went like that, all quiet and like all stealth like, but there was obviously a shit ton of vomit on the side. There was like, it was like an L-shaped bar, and I was like closest
I don't know
to
who
the
did
wall
that. I was there when I got
the
here.
L shape. And then I vomited right there, and then I was like, you guys,
That's awesome.
I gotta go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom and I started vomiting all over the toilet. No fucks given. There's just vomit everywhere.
Fucks given.
At least you weren't like me trying to fight everybody.
No, I'm not a violent drunk. But security came into the bathroom and he's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "I'm just going to the restroom," you know. And then when I got out of the restroom, because security was obviously kicking us out, I don't think they saw that I threw up at the bar because they weren't like in a rush to get us out or anything. They're just like, "Hey, you guys can't be fucking around in the bathroom." And then I went over to my friends. I was like, "You guys, like, we gotta get the fuck out of here right now." And then they're like, "Cool, let's go." And so we paid for our drinks and then we left. And then they're like, "Oh, dude, what's wrong?" I was like, "Dude, I just threw up at the fucking bar." They're like, "Oh shit!" So we decided to get the hell out of there, and that was my embarrassing beer.
You know my favorite times at the bar is when you have an open tab and they don't charge you for everything you had.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
times, yeah.
You have an open tab. You keep.
That's why you got to
drinks,
confuse
and
them.
They only
You gotta
put like
confuse
2 or
them.
3 on there.
You don't even. I don't. You know. I had one where like I had an open tab and I was buying everybody's drinks.
Right.
I paid for like 3.
Yeah. Damn. Lucky.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
I got
great.
caught. I lost like $400 because I bought the entire bar a shot.
Oh shit!
God damn. God
Yeah,
damn.
I was
Shit.
drunk. That was during San Diego Comic-Con. Everybody that was at
What
the
was
bar,
your
I
What was
spent-
your most expensive bar tab? Was it that one?
Probably.
No, my most
Whoa.
expensive bar tab was when I went to this nightclub and DJ Rufio, and yes, it's Rufio from Hook, was playing, and I spent like $650 or something like that.
Oh, you beat me.
I think my my most expensive bar tab, which was club night too. It was actually for my birthday.
Dante
Shibbs
Bosco
was,
was his name.
Shibbs was there.
Oh, I was there. Oh, I remember. We had VIP seats and everything.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Blaine was there
$18.
too.
I think the whole VIP thing, you know, we invited a bunch of people. I think Shibbs was the only one who actually kind of put into it. But fucking Blaine was fucking there.
Blaine was there. He didn't put into it.
Yeah, it was like
for sure.
$600, so we had like 2 or 3 bottles. Fucking, I had to pay for the fucking whole thing. It was my birthday.
My most expensive, believe it or not, was actually my ex-wife. It was her birthday, and we were at this fucking. No, it wasn't a Packers bar. It was a Steelers bar, and she was a big Steelers fan. And we're at this Steelers bar, and I'm like, I even told her too. I said, "Hey, I got it tonight. Don't worry about it." And then all of a sudden they slipped me the bill, and it was like 606 or 616. It was 6 something. It wasn't 650 though. You beat me, bro. But I looked at it and went, God damn, it's going on the credit card, son of a bitch.
I know.
Yeah,
I was
I went,
like, oh
fuck.
man, this is my whole paycheck. Fuck.
Yeah, so it's like me.
going on the credit
It's like
card.
I think mine's, and correct me if I'm wrong, Shibbs, because I knew you were there and I was fucking wasted.
I forgot how much I put into that anyway, but yeah.
You were the only one that put into it, but regardless, I think originally it was just supposed to be 2 bottles, and I think it
Right.
was Ciroc.
Which the bottles are usually like 100 to 200 each, right?
100 and something, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for
And
bottle
And
service.
you get
Easy,
you get
$100.
juices and everything. You get the VIP lounge and everything.
Juices? You get juices?
Yeah, and then you get your fucking mixers.
I never got fucking mixers. Where are you drinking at? Where you get mixers?
What
You're
was that
high
place
level
called?
shit.
It was called.
High level.
It was
shit.
in
Oh, it was
Riverside.
one. It was yeah. It was in Riverside. It was one of the clubs I used to promote for. I forget what club.
Hey, Saga, man.
Start with an S.
Peace out,
Saga,
Saga.
I'll see you fucking Saturday, bro.
Yeah. If you guys don't know, Saga will actually be our
Saga's
next guest
flying out
next
to
week.
Arizona Saturday.
Yeah, he'll be our next guest next
from
week.
Chicago.
But anyways, yeah, it was 2 bottles of Ciroc because we were gonna get vodka because people like it. So it was, I think, the cheapest bottles. But then you gotta get Ciroc. So I'm fucking whatever. I get Ciroc, and at least over there, our fucking bottle of service VIP. You get the lounge, you get bottles, you get mixers.
Okay.
Your juices.
That's okay.
And then I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Chevy, somebody ordered a fucking Patron bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Patron.
Am I wrong?
Silver?
Yeah, and
Patron's
fucking
good.
Patron.
Patron's good.
And
but-
no,
Yeah, it was silver, but a Patron bottle of silver is like $300-$400.
$3,400.
No, $300 or $400.
I'm like, Jesus, where the
Yeah.
fuck are you going?
So that went from like my $200-$300 tab to $600 and something.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. The only time I've ever
Like, you
had
fucking
bottle
assholes.
service, believe it or not, dude, the only time I had bottle service was at the strip club, and my best friend's
I hate strip
dad
clubs.
would do it.
Hell
So my
yeah.
best friend's dad would come out with us. He loved it, right? He'd come out and go, "You want a bottle of something?" I'm like, "I don't give a shit." Kettle One was his drink, right? Kettle One vodka, like fucking bottle. They put it on the fucking on the dance table. The bitch is dancing right here, right? She's dancing right here. She's there. Bam! They fucking put the bottle down. $120, right? I'm like, that
Nice.
shit's $19 at Fry's.
Yeah.
$19.
You pay for the
at
service.
Fry's,
You pay for the
right?
service.
No, we brought
Pay
it
for
to
the
you.
experience.
Hey, yeah, I understand. I got to pay a fucking markup, but a goddamn 600% markup. Like, come on, you're killing me over here.
Yeah.
But,
No, yeah, we had.
That reminds me of the time
We had our
spent
own.
$400.
We'll go to
at
the
a strip
shovel.
club. And it was there was no alcohol at the strip club, but I spent $400 on the stripper. And here, catch this.
You
the
did that
stripper-
sober?
It was during. It was yeah, I did. Well, actually, I was high as fuck, but
Okay, he was
'cause I
high.
smoked
Oh,
prior.
yeah, I forgot.
But it was during Comic-Con weekend, and
always
I
comes to
spent
Comic-Con
$400 on a stripper. This is probably the most embarrassing story, but the stripper was dressed up as Freddy Krueger.
Get out of here, dude. Get out of here, dude.
It was great. She was great.
That's
It
why
was
you spent
awesome.
$400 on Freddy Krueger.
Yeah,
I've only been to 2 strip clubs
Hey,
in my
hey,
life.
did she call you a bitch?
he does in San Diego. No, she loved it. She loved that I was spending $400 on it. Honestly,
No shit, they're gonna love you. They're gonna be your best friend.
Yeah.
What's going
It was
on,
great
bitch?
though. I had a good time.
I've only been to 2 strip clubs in my life. I could care less for a strip club.
They're
Just because
expensive and
Well, not just that. I hate
Yeah.
wasting money.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
at least at the my younger times, single and being at the clubs, I'd rather go to a fucking club where I have a chance to go with the girl than a fucking strip club.
I hate clubs.
Right.
I hate them.
My first
Yeah, I'm
strip
not
club,
a club fan either.
not anymore. I fucking done it. I promoted it. I worked for it. I got tired out. But my first, now that's prime time, bitch. It's funny because my first strip club, my friend Linda was actually the person who took me to my first strip club. She hits me up one day, and she's like, "You want to go to strip club?" I'm like, "I guess."
Let's go.
Usually it will be the guy, that hit you up. I'm like, okay,
Right, let's go.
Strip club, let's go.
Yeah.
And she, it was funny too because she's all like, she's like, "Yeah, whatever you want. You want some stripper money? Here you go." She paid for the whole fucking deal
Right.
just because she was pissed off at her boyfriend.
Oh, well, yeah, that'll do it.
I was laughing my ass off.
That'll do it. I like how Shibbs put in there at prime
Time.
Prime time, bitch.
So I know Brian's probably
Welcome
here.
to. All right, so
Really?
we got to come up with something. We haven't done anything actually legit, like written in stone, for the people that guest star on the show, right? So we've had Shibbs, we had Prime, we got a couple people lined up. We got Saga, we got Koala Kai, we got a couple people lined up. The fucking bullshit with us on the channel. But what I want to do, and maybe we'll test the waters with Shibbs, is what I want to do is I want to come up with a list. Think about it, okay? Think about it. Write it down. That we ask every guest,
I don't want to do that.
right? And then it's got to be quick, right? Like favorite actor, favorite movie, favorite band, favorite, like just typical shit.
The reason I say no, I don't want to do that because we're not scripted.
I know we're not.
So I don't want our guests to be scripted. I will always ask the normal first.
Okay, I get you. I get you.
I always ask the normal first question when it comes to
get
any
you.
guest is, tell me a
Just
little bit
ask
about you.
questions
Just
that
get
are
the
like
people to know.
quick.
Right.
And the reason why I say I don't want to either, because the chat's already asking those questions to them.
That's true.
They're
That's
already
true.
asking us.
Okay.
So-
All right. All right. Well, all right, guys. That's it.
We're shooting the shit. We're not fucking scripted shit.
It is shooting the shit. But Shibbs, let me ask you this, bro.
Sure, yeah.
Just seeing you in chat, man, and you're fucking great in chat. I'm like, I think I even said like 2 weeks ago,
You
I
guys
said
could
I
be
need to
best friends.
hang out with
Yeah.
this fucking guy, right? Because he went for the horror thing. I love fucking horror. I've been a horror guy, 20 something years, right?
Right.
All this other bullshit. So I already asked you your favorite slasher, and I got Freddy Krueger out of you.
Last question.
What's your favorite? Let's do this. Who's your favorite actor?
Man, off the top of my head, man, I don't know. I would say, like, there's so many like really good ones out there, and I know that's kind of like a quick, whatever answer, but as far as like a really good actor goes, I would say like Michael Caine. I think he's a fabulous actor.
You like Michael Caine?
with-
Okay.
I think he's a great actor, but at the same time, it'd be like maybe like he'd be like my favorite like British actor, and then like
Okay.
I like what's his name? There's just so
What's he
many,
playing?
man. There's just way too many.
It's hard to nail down one actor.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, I'm just gonna say Kurt Russell. I think he has a solid
Ooh,
lineup
that's a
of
good
like
one.
killer movies from the 80s
from
and
the 80s and
beyond.
shit.
And then
Yeah,
now
like
just some modern
Kurt Russell
stuff.
in the 80s.
He keeps Kurt Russell as Kurt Russell.
Yeah, I think Tom Hardy is a super good actor, and only for the fact that
Tom Hardy's great.
I think he was fantastic. Even though he had barely any lines, I think he was fantastic in Mad Max Fury Road. That's probably one of my all-time favorite movies. Honestly, it's so
Right.
well written and directed. The cinematics of it are fucking phenomenal. I can watch that movie time and
That
time
was
again.
one of
man.
those movies that Okay, when people talk about reboots and all this other bullshit, I don't consider that a reboot. I consider that a sequel.
Continuation, because they treat it like a continuation.
Right,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I don't consider that a reboot. So like it's a continuation that took 25 years, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. That's how you do it. Pay attention
Yeah.
to that film. That's how you do
Yeah.
it. So like when they tried to do that with like Halloween, right?
Yeah.
A fucking franchise that people adored. It's got a cult following that goes beyond fucking books, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. You did it great in 2018, right? And then you came out with a fucking sequel to that, and you were like, where you going?
Yeah.
Where you going? Then you did it for the third one, you motherfucker, right?
it.
Yeah.
That, like, oh my God, I wish people would pay attention to that fucking movie, because that's a great
Yeah.
one, Shibs.
One and
Honestly,
done.
That's a
I would
great
say,
one. Great one.
that's probably one of those movies that you can use as an example of how to make a really good movie without having to shoehorn in dialogue just for the sake of having dialogue. I feel like it tells a story visually, and I feel
Yeah.
like movies don't do that very often. I feel like when you're watching a movie, it's a visual experience. Yeah, there's lines and acting and a story behind a lot of it, but if you can make a movie that has little dialogue and still can tell a fantastic story, an epic story in that
In the
case,
visuals.
I think you got yourself a recipe for success. I think they did a fantastic job with Mad Max, and I will honestly say that Mad Max Fury Road is probably my most favorite movie of all time. I
Really?
love Road Warrior.
Really?
Don't get me wrong. I love Road Warrior. I love the original Mad Max. Thunderdome's okay. I just think that Fury Road takes it to a whole other level, and especially with the Chrome edition. I don't know if you ever watched it on DVD. The Chrome edition is fantastic as well because everything is in black and white, and I think that also tells a different story as well, just for the visuals.
Right. The
And
visuals
I
on
mean
that-
that's my opinion. I honestly think like if out of all the movies that I've ever seen, Fury Road comes out number one for me for sure. It's
Fury Road,
such a well written movie, man. So
I
good.
think was the
I
movie
get chills
that
thinking
kinda
about
turned me on. There's two movies, like, and I'm going back probably about six years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 6 years is a safe category. That when I want, like, when I wanted to see what 4K could do, right? Coming from a 1080p guy, right?
Yeah.
So, Fury Road and Blade Runner 2042?
2042. Oh, that's such a
Those
good
were
movie
the
too,
two
man.
movies that blew me away in 4K. Now I watch everything in 4K. We're
Yeah.
spoiled.
Yeah.
Right? We have Netflix, we got Hulu, we got all this other bullshit, right? So we're spoiled by it. But seeing 4K for the first time, it was Fury Road and fucking Blade Runner. And I went,
Yeah.
oh my God, holy shit. This is great.
Seriously,
And
man.
then
Even
Tom
the
Hardy,
soundtrack is fucking
The-
killer,
oh,
dude.
the sound,
You watch it.
the
If you watch
score.
that movie in fucking IMAX,
Amazing.
Like, I saw that movie in IMAX. And here's the thing. I actually got to see that movie for free in IMAX 3D because the company I was working for at the time, called Legend 3D, they worked on the 3D of the movie. I didn't get a chance to work on that movie. I came in just after they finished
Legend
the
3D?
production. Yeah,
Yeah,
worked
I
at
know that
Legend
company.
3D.
I know that company, yeah.
They compete with Stereo D a lot, but
Okay.
but I did work
That's
at
Sony, right?
Legend 3D. Well, it's Sony. I don't know if it's Sony. I think it was an independent
Sony
company.
Sony did the other company, and Legend 3D was the original.
Okay,
started
and
the-
if
that
that's the
started
case,
it,
then
yeah.
I was a stereo conversion artist. I worked on the Poltergeist reboot movie. I worked on The Walk with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and I also worked on Insurgent from the Divergent series. So those are the three. I was going to work on Through the Looking Glass, the Alice in Wonderland movie, and I was also going to work on was it the Dead Men Tell No Tales from Pirates of the Caribbean? But Disney decided to pull those projects back. So. Thanks, Disney. Anyway, I got to go see that movie for free in IMAX 3D, and it was probably the most phenomenal thing. It was kind of like that time where I watched the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds movie for the first time. I saw that in theaters, and when I saw that, I didn't really have any expectation, but that movie blew me away too, just specifically for the visuals and the storytelling. So I have an appreciation for Fury Road and War of the Worlds specifically.
Shibbs,
Because,
I will say this, and we're gonna have to cut it because we're hitting time.
sure,
on
yeah,
our
absolutely,
podcast,
go for it.
on our podcast. But I
Yeah.
will agree with you on War of the Worlds. I wasn't blown away by visuals, but that fucking audio mix, not the soundtrack,
Yeah.
but the audio
Yeah.
mix blew me the fuck away. That was
Yeah.
great 5.1, 5.2 shit. Amazing.
Yeah.
But hey, dude, thank you so much. I had a fucking blast with it. I'm buzzed as shit. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna leave his house and go play some Overwatch, and I'm fucked up, so
Yeah.
I might get 2 kills
Yeah, there you go.
instead of 6.
I play better when I'm under the influence. That's
No, I don't. I'm like this.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
But
Yeah.
last thing before we end,
Yeah.
we thank Shibbs for being here and being a guest on our episode 8.
This guy.
But just a quick summary, because I know you haven't really talked about it. We have it, the links on the featured guests on the Discord. But just quickly summarize, give us a quick, just little feedback, because you have your own podcast that you do, that you've been doing for years.
I do.
So
Yeah.
let us know what's that about, just really quick, and then we'll end it from there.
So my podcast is called the Never Seen It Podcast, and it is a movie podcast, all movie podcast, and we watch movies that people have never watched before. Like me and my friends get together, and we talk about and discuss the movies that we've never seen. Most of the time, I've seen the movies that we watch on the podcast, but every now and again, we'll have a couple of wrenches in there that I'm like, oh, I've never seen. Like the most recent episode, which is episode 39 right now. It's Carnival of Souls. It's an old 60s movie, black and white.
I own it.
Horror film that we did for nice.
I own it.
It's a pretty
actually a lot of special
pretty
guests,
good film.
people that worked on these films.
No
Yeah,
shit.
so
I
we have,
I own
the
Carnival of
cheap-
Souls and White
Oh,
Zombie.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
White Zombie is also really good.
Yeah.
Was it? We've had special guests like was it David Glanzer from San Diego Comic-Con International. He is on there. He's like the head of marketing and spokesperson for San Diego Comic-Con. We've had like reporters and writers, and we had what's his name, Randy from No Age, the band No Age, on there. So we have some up and coming guests coming up. We also have I don't know if you guys are familiar with that movie, God, what is it called, Better Luck Tomorrow. We have one of the actors who's going to be in a future episode, hopefully. And he's also in like Fast and Furious and stuff like that. So we have a bunch of upcoming actors.
Cool.
At the current moment in time, we're taking a break. We're probably going to pick back up in mid-January. We've had a little unfortunate event happen to one of our friends in the podcast involving their parents. Not going to get too much into it, but we're going to take a break specifically for that reason. Normally we have like Christmas episodes and holiday episodes and things like that, but because of the unfortunate situation, we're going to pick back up in January. But check us out, neverseenitpodcast.com. Do not be confused with Never Seen It with Kyle Akers. That is not us. That is a completely different podcast, not as good as ours. So the Never Seen It podcast,
and we
check it out. Yeah.
And we got the link on Discord on the featured guest under ShibbsTheZombie. You'll see the link there for the podcast and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
check us out, Spotify, iTunes, and our website, neverseenitpodcast.com.
Nice.
Well,
Very cool,
appreciate you, brother. I mean, me and Shibbs go way
Thank you
back.
for having me on. I've enjoyed this. This has been great.
We'll probably get you back in the future.
Love you, man.
Catch us next week. We'll have I Am Saga here, actually live with us here. So catch that next week. And yeah, so beer is good. Hopefully everybody enjoys their night. Move on from there, and catch us up next week.
That's right.
Peace out, guys.
Thanks for hanging out, man.
Bye.